hop on its back. I climb it as fast as I can. I grab its horns. I look at it in the eye, and I stab its sockets as many times as I can. And then I absolutely rip its head off with the dagger. And I hold it in the air.
Hold up. Okay, can I summon, like, if they're gonna try to catch her, couldn't I summon the rats, like, the last 2 charges, because I'm not trying to get anyone killed, to kind of, like, pick them up higher, that way it's, like, a bit higher and still have more cushion?
I punch.
When he throws...
No. I punch Nandor for I give him a good knock to knock him out for 10 solid minutes.
Hold on.
For 10 solid minutes, I just one punch to knock him out.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 20. 3 months affiliated, guys, of Heathens and Heroes. I'm your host, Connor Coates, a.k.a. Craig Theron, and thank you for joining us on this journey that is Heathens and Heroes, a podcast where 6 friends, oh, no, not 6 anymore, sorry, 5 friends get together and play Dungeons & Dragons as well as they know how to. I just read what's on the prompter, I'm sorry.
Rest in peace, Highland.
Who wrote this? Oh, that was me. Just once they know how to, which isn't very well. Aside from our wonderful dungeon master Matt, your 4 heroes Ramus, Nandor, Einar, and Craigor are on a treacherous journey through the Underdark, and the journey has not been an easy one. Will our heroes escape with their lives, or will the heathens of the Underdark devour their souls? Remember that you can watch the show every week live on twitch.tv/heathensandheroes, or you can watch this episode and all the prior episodes on our YouTube channel right now, either by searching for Heathens and Heroes, clicking the link in our About Me section, or by clicking the link in the chat as it comes through. Please remember to hit that follow button, the subscribe button, the notification bell, all the whistles. It helps us out tremendously, and we will then be forever in your debt. And that's right. I mean forever. With that being said, I'll go ahead and pass it on to our Dungeon Master, Matt, to begin the next chapter of Heathens and Heroes. Matt.
Well, before I can begin this chapter, it must be said that the Heathens and Heroes of Heathens and Heroes have been very heroic and have gifted many gifts to all of you. You now have hey, nice screen. Great many things. One being inspiration for the day on any D20 that you roll. 2, you also get a bardic inspiration for the day to add a d6 to any dice that you roll. But you only get 1 that is through the day that can be added to anything. On top of that, I get an inspiration now. And you might find something else in the game today. So, with all of that being said, I'll go ahead and talk about what happened last time in the Heathens and Heroes. You all traveled through the Underdark to face all sorts of dire and terrible things. As you traveled, you had finally found some semblance of proper civilization, not that craziness that you had gotten pulled to on the Dark Lake. Following this map, you eventually found yourself at a place called the Pickshine Mines, where you met a variety of gnomes led by Drasco Pickshine, as well as a few stone golems that caught a few of your eye. During this time, you learned a little bit, kind of about how the city of Blingdenstone was near, but they may not be as cooperative as one would hope straight from the beginning. As it had a lot of problems on its own. Some of those problems happened to be drow. But after a bit of nice conversation, you all managed to prove that Craigor was not someone to be feared or mistrusted, and manage to secure yourself a uh, escort job with Drasco and his supplies up to Blingden Stone itself. You met the exterior wall and traveled through what could have been a problematic maze studded with iron nails that, thankfully, with your allegiances, managed to just get a walkthrough as the guards there watched you. And finally, you entered Blingden Stone itself, the city of deep gnomes, where you are greeted by fluorescent mushrooms and fungus, old statues, and city structure that has been rebuilt upon and recleaned, as it is obvious that these deep gnomes, while comfortable here, are fairly new to the area and are just making themselves comfortable once again. And you made yourself to the grotto, where you found one deep gnome who happened to be floating in the air, trapped in gelatinous cubes. After seeing Jimjar, an old pal from your prison days, you slayed these gelatinous cubes after getting sucked in for a few of you. And where we leave off is with the battle kind of coming to a close, everybody kind of looking at each other, and Jimjar just kind of standing off to the side, looking at y'all like, damn, you really made it. Now, before we begin, we also just had even more heroes today, so you've made it to now level 5, and the 5th level grants you some sort of other boon to you as players, which you will find in the game. So, where we leave off is y'all standing there. What would you like to do?
Jim Jar!
Hey, you're all alive! Wait, who's he? As he points to Einar.
That's Einar.
Oh. Hi. What are you all? Hold on. You all clear that goo. We're gonna take a table. Bring some chairs. Come. You there? As he points to the one who had been kind of like swallowed and is just kind of hanging there and is like kind of reorganizing himself. He looks over. Merv, go get us some drinks from Tappy. Come on, guys, sit. Tell me what's been going on.
You first, man. What happened to you after everything went down?
Well, so he kind of takes out some of his gear and sets it aside so he can sit comfortably, and then leans on the table kind of conspiratorially and goes, well, out in Velkenvire, where we last saw each other, it was rather ridiculous, as you know, in our moment of escape. We were trying to follow you out, but, the flying bitch Mizram, she was there floating in the air with her big old tentacle porn thing and was trying to keep us at bay. Why do you... Wait, did you...
We'll tell you about it later. You just keep going.
That's very distracting. He's just kind of looking at it, and he's like, I'm going to lose some money now because of y'all, but that's besides the point. All right, so she had us there with her spiders and everything, so we sieged it up. We stayed in there, we geared up as best as we could, and, the bridge was gone thanks to your efforts, Nandor, and everything.
No problem.
So... we kind of waited it out. Eventually, she floated back to her own people to try and, I don't know, guess some plan. But in that time, we quickly ran out the back with the rope that was left over, and we dropped down behind and made our way kind of along the rocks. Granted, they started to come after us, so at this point, the twins and a crazed Darrow. I don't remember his damn name. But they stayed behind to get a little bit of a distraction for us. And at that point, me and the rest, we all kind of went further in. And after about a day or two, we all kind of sort of split up. The other drow fellow that was imprisoned with us, he took the mushroom and said they were trying to find some sort of grove that the mushrooms people were in. I don't know. I don't like his spores in my head, so I didn't listen. But the Shushar, big old quiet boy, he said he was going to go find his peeps in Sloopadoop and try and lead them to enlightenment. I don't know if he made it or not, but, you know, he went that way last I saw him. And
okay,
then...
well, why are you saying that? I just, like, go into this, like, cold, dead stare, just, like, flashbacks.
You know, the helicopters in the background and everything.
CCR, CCR, you know, is in the background. Unfortunate son. Yeah.
And then he goes, and then, you know, I started to make my way towards here, because this was pretty much my location of theme, and I know a few people here, and, well, you know, I had to dodge a few old drow that were searching around the area. They seemed to be kind of in an uproar. I'm guessing it has something to do with that. And you know, I saw a few fire giants at one point. Managed to avoid that, and there was some great rumbling. I think there was a purple worm at some point I saw in the distance, but for the most part, after we all split ways, I just kind of stuck to the shadows and made my way through. Not much one little gnome wants to fight out here, you know?
Okay.
So now you got to explain yourself to me. Come on, what happened here?
Hi, I'm Cragor.
You know him!
Hi, I'm Bob.
He kind of
Jinju.
pats you and then, you know, sets down the little like flint rock dagger that was given to him in the prison and is like, I remember.
Hey, I've seen that thing before.
Oh, God.
Where should we start, guys?
Well,
So...
it was a long sunny day.
Oh, God,
And
no.
I just
it's just been dark.
scraped my
It's just
knee
been
up.
dark. It's just dark. It's darkness here.
Oh,
Well, for a good while, it wasn't dark. But that's
I thought
because
we
I
were-
lost on.
I'm sorry. I thought we were starting at the beginning.
Start that far back.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so basically, you know, whenever we went down the rope, we fought this mug thing that was trying to kill Ron over here. We saved him. We escaped. We ran to this guy named Arcados. He was like this angel-looking dude.
Don't forget the Minotaur.
Oh yeah, and Cragor here killed a Minotaur.
I killed a Minotaur.
I can see the bits that you got at your side
Oh,
there.
I'm sorry. I wasn't sure you noticed as I like shove it into his face.
Gregor, you'll poke his eye out. Stop.
It's very impressive. Very impressive. I can see the scars around the thing.
What else? Let's see.
You kind of looks at you, Ramos, and Nandor like, did he really for a moment?
Yes, he did. I had. Let's see. We got a little buddy named Flamon. We left him behind whenever we fought Elvira and killed her, as a certain someone butchered her.
Gave her a blood eagle. It was awesome.
You can see there's definitely like a look of sadness. Keep going, Aaron.
I pull out the notes of what a blood eagle is and put it in front of.
Here you go, just in case.
He like has like a hand drawn like Deadpool picture, you know.
That's the best way to do it at this point.
So at first he has this look of like satisfaction, like, good, that bitch, what got what? Then he looks at the pictures and like the descriptions and full detail that you have, and he's like, oh, well, you know, it gets
correct pictures that are like a doctor's drawings of what this would be.
You know, that's very impressive. I suppose I lose another bet now because that is not how I expected her to go. So, yeah.
Uh,
He's gonna pull out a coin purse and like start sifting through a few coins, like.
I tossed him I tossed him like this, like 50 coins, like gold coins,
What's this for?
just in
Cover
case.
your spread.
He pulls out like 5 of them and hands them to Kregor because he's like, I know I lost a bet with you, so that for you. And then he takes the rest and puts them into his purse.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, they also found me. Hi.
hold
I'm
on,
Ida.
hold on. Wait, we'll get to you. Hang on. I get it. You're handsome. I get it. You're handsome. Calm down.
You guys were just taking a while, and I'm clearly the most important part of this conversation.
Okay. Introduce yourself, Einar.
Hi, I'm Einar.
Hi, Einar.
Hi, Gregor.
Can somebody just like
Gregor, here's a coloring book. Here's a
Awesome.
what? What's a
Dude,
coloring book? Hold on.
here. Just doodle as I take Einar's little thing and like give it to him. Like, here, scribble in here.
I'm
I'll
gonna
make
draw a minotaur.
I hate him.
It's like going to dinner with a kid. I swear.
I reach out, gently take the book back, close it, put it away, and pull out a single piece of paper and put that in front of Gregor.
Parch.
That works.
I'm gonna draw 2 minotaurs.
By this point, Merv has kind of, brought over a few drinks from another tent that's kind of off to the side that you can see has a little wooden signpost in the shape of a beer mug, and Jim Jar kind of looks to him and it's just like, Merv, can you go over to Tappy and grab some of the kids' playthings? Yeah, that would be appreciated.
Jim Jar, I got a question for you.
Oh boy.
I might have an answer.
What do you know of a thing called a demigugon?
Demigorgon.
I don't know what it's called because
No. Let him go on. What is this demigugon?
Oh god.
Right? That's what it was, right? Or wait, what was it called?
It was a demigorgon.
And then I know it's a demigorgon, but what was it told to me? Because I don't speak the language. It was the rough translation.
Lemigugon.
Oh, okay. What is a lemigugon?
He kind of tilts his head slightly, and he's like, "That just is an odd name, but sounds. I don't know. That sounds Kuatoan. I can tell you that much. They only have that many syllables, and
Jim Jar. I know it's a demigorgon.
no.
Yeah. So we went to the current that village. We went to Sloopadoop, and you remember Darendil?
The big furry one.
Yeah. Okay. So look at it this way. There is a civil war happening between these two religions. It was a the dad and his daughter, and then Darendil kind of bit the head off the daughter, and the daughter said something, and then the Demogorgon rose up out of the sea, and it's now loose out here in the Underdark. We also lost our kiddos, though. Like that dude that we've met, he died. Also, whenever we found him, we did this. We went to this tomb, and now I have a crystal in my hand.
He kind of grabs your hand and kind of looks at it real quick, real up close and personal, pulls out a little magnifying glass and starts to look at it as well. And he's like, well, I can tell you it's a damn fine gem and make. You want to get rid of it? I'll take it.
Nope.
It doesn't come out.
It was worth a shot. But
Pulls out a knife. You sure?
So it's you really saw the thing.
Yeah. We escaped.
Tentacles. Big thing.
I'm forgetting the guy's name. The one that was with Elvar before, Jorgen or something.
Jorlin?
Jorlin, yeah. So Jorlin kind of got lost in the madness. We lost Arkidos, and we kind of escaped. And then we eventually...
Tappy, another round of drinks or two. Thank you.
Oh, I almost forgot. The twins, one of them became a rat folk.
So you've run into the were rats as well, then?
Yeah.
A
lot's happened, man.
I can tell you at least that that's also a little bit of a problem here for us as well right now. I haven't seen anything of the twins since we separated, though it's good to know that they're alive.
I thought one of them had died. So here's a flute that I could summon rats with. I might have had them eat a drow from the inside out.
He kind of pats your hand a little bit and goes, "War makes us do crazy things."
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you this, that the warrens on the north side of Blingdenstone, you'll find pretty much all of them sealed off. I'm sure you saw the big steel doors whenever you were coming this way. Excuse me. They were just in the reception area, large. Well, they look like steel, kind of a greenish tint to them. They're actually made of adamantium down here. And very, very sturdy things, but they keep us and the other were-rats separate.
Can I do a check on the adamantium?
Roll me either a history or nature, your choice.
Chimchar, are there any weapons made out of this adamantium?
No.
Down here?
During the height of Blingdenstone, whenever the Mithril Hall was still active, I'm sure there used to be a few, but most of the more powerful weapons were taken by the Drow invasion.
Okay, thanks.
Fucking drow. Every time, fucking drow have to come in and ruin everything. No offense, Gregor.
I'm sorry, I was doodling.
Keep doodling, buddy. You keep drawing those minotaurs.
Okay.
We also eventually ran into this like fungal forest, and we met this guy named Kane. I thought his name was King originally, but his name's actually Kane.
King would be a pretty cool name.
I
might take that.
Yeah, by all means. We ran into a lot of spiders to begin with. I don't like spiders.
I agree.
And we eventually ran into this thing that was like a half drow, half like lion lady. We basically, we have this wand that could basically make you like immobile. And she kind of snapped her neck once I did that to her. And this red eye appeared on her forehead. She snapped her neck. And then we ended up in this dreamscape and we fought a Hydra. And now we're here.
Yeah, y'all definitely sound like you had a lot more of a tough time than I did getting here. Granted, you're also traveling with more, so you tend to attract probably a little more attention than I do.
Oh boy.
Wow. Well, definitely would not have guessed pretty much 80% of that. That's a lot going on, guys.
Oh, also, and I basically toss him the hentai wand so you can look at it.
And it picks it up and he's just like, yeah, it's just as disgusting up close as, I've got, here, you can have that. I have bad memories of that.
Alright.
So you're here. Now that you're here, what's your plan? I mean, there's obviously a lot going on out there, but what's going on with y'all now?
We're looking for someone.
What are you searching for?
Crowns. Crowns.
I don't know. I can't remember his name.
God damn it. Eldeth.
Yes, yeah. What? Sorry, I was watching him doodle.
God damn it.
I just need
Playing
some
tic-tac-toe
crayons. I
together.
swear, if I get some crayons, I'll be fine.
I can't win that way. I swear.
Sorry. What are we asking? What are we doing?
Who were you looking for again?
Are you talking about the guy in charge?
Yeah, that guy.
Oh, I think it was Digger something. And then Jim Dar's like, old Diggermatic.
Yeah, that guy.
Dramatic.
Gotcha. Yeah, he's the chief interim right now. Him and his lady, they kind of run the place together. All right. I mean, I know the way over. If you want, I can go ahead and take y'all there if you like.
Do y'all want to rest up first before we go over there, or no?
Yeah, not for nothing, but I still have burns all up and down my arms. I mean, I know they look black, but there's also blisters there, so
Is there any place for us to stay for a little bit?
Oh, of course. I mean, this is just my kind of like Tappy's main, hub of things. But she's actually got a nice little inn over there, and you know what? I'll use a little bit of this from you, Mr. Nandor, and go ahead and buy y'all stay for the night. It's good to see some familiar faces, and I've told enough stories, so if anyone asks you if that really happened, just say yes.
I think we
All
can
right.
do that.
So he heads over to this tent and speaks to a female deep gnome that is kind of behind the bar that is there. And you can see that she's got a few different like kegs and bottles that are in the tent with her. And he passes a small exchange of money and then steps over to where you can see kind of the hatch is that kind of looks like a cellar door hatch. Is kind of the two doors that lead down, and he makes a motion and goes, "All right, now I mean we ain't as fancy as what you may have up in Gauntlegrim, Eldith, but find yourself an empty hovel and you can go ahead and stay in. We've got mattresses made with some nice soft foam, or not foam, sorry." Mushroom caps that are covered and everything. Surprisingly comfortable once you get onto it. So
But
Sounds good.
Bet.
And I'm gonna go ahead and make myself comfortable still. If you need me, go ahead and ask around for the residential district. A few people around there know where I live, so they'll point you in the right direction.
all right.
All right, friend. Thank you.
Oh, well, it's my pleasure. Hope to see more of you before you go.
Definitely.
All right.
I like that guy.
Can I see your drawings?
No, they're not finished.
Okay.
Hey, Gregor, might want to fold them up. We're about to leave. Just hold on to it, buddy.
Okay.
So y'all head in, one by one through this trapdoor, and once you get inside, you can see that kind of along the walls they have emplaced a lot of bioluminescent, like faint green moss that give it just this very nice, comfortable interior color, and it's the hovels that he spoke of are kind of like the Tokyo style like hotels where it's literally just this comfortable hole in the wall with enough space for you to pretty much lay in there and have your belongings off to one side as well. And in the back, it does have a sort of commons room that has, chairs, tables, comfortable places to relax if you wanted to sit and talk before you sleep or do whatever it is you do.
Sweet.
Okay. So before I sleep, like, it's gonna basically pull Einar and Rama so Gregor could go, so he could go, doodle somewhere.
I just put him away. All right, I'll go doodle.
All right, guys. So if we're gonna meet this guy tomorrow, do you think we'd be able to trust him?
I mean, define trust him.
So far, everything's been good, but when it comes to the rat folks and them, like, ultimately, do y'all want to get really involved in this? Basically, like mercenaries, or
I mean, Blingdenstone has mines that have access to resources that could be very useful in the fight against your Lemmy Gugan thing. So I would prefer that if you guys were planning on having a fight against that at some point, you guys would have the resources necessary to complete that fight, i.e., Blingdenstone's support. So if that means that we have to take care of the rat people for them in some way, shape, or form, I don't see a problem with that personally. I don't necessarily think that we should just like kill them all and, get rid of them, but maybe broker a peace between them or convince the rat people to leave and find somewhere else to live or something like that.
I mean, we could broker a deal between the both of them by all means. That way, we have more forces to actually fight this thing.
Ideally.
Yeah. Ramos,
The more allies we have, the better chances we have. If we can broker a deal, we should do that.
So that's the main thing that we were trying to do then, broker a deal between the both of them, rather than, hey, go kill him, that's it, or make him leave.
Exactly.
So I kind of hear you guys talking in the back, and I'm like, okay. I'm sorry. Okay. So, what do rat people like to eat? They like to eat cheese, right? Right, guys?
No.
No?
Stereotyping a little bit. They might not.
No,
That's a
hear
little
me out.
profiling.
No,
That's
hear me
profiling.
out. Hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
Ripple bark cheese.
Oh god.
No.
No.
Hey, Craig, how are those drawings coming along, buddy?
I ran out of space.
Did you turn the paper over?
Oh my god. You're a genius, Elmo. All right, I'll be back.
You see a few deep gnomes that kind of like stick their head out of their hovel to say something, look over at Gregor, kind of look him up and down, and then just
You
kind of
had to do it.
slowly retreat.
You had to do it when I was drinking water, didn't you? You guys really had to.
How old is he again, Ramos?
I mean,
He's old enough.
let's go and meet this digger.
Digger. Yeah, digger
Let's
guy.
go and meet him. Let's find out what he wants us to do. I mean, he may not even ask us to deal with the rat people problem. He might ask us to deal with something else that they've got going on entirely. So let's find him. Let's talk to him. Let's find out what he wants, and then we'll go from there. Hopefully, we'll get some sort of resolution out of this. That means that we've got the support of Blingdenstone. But if not, then we just move on. Like, ultimately, you guys still want to reach the surface, right? That's the thing that we're trying to secure the most, is just passage that direction.
That's the main goal.
Regardless of what allies we can gain along the way, you guys want to get out of here, so let's get you out of here.
That's a plan.
For now, though, I'm going to go wrap my arms up in bandages and crawl into bed. or whatever qualifies as a bet here.
I'll keep watch. I know we don't probably have to, but old habits die hard.
I think for once, I think we can officially say we don't have to keep watch. Let's all just get some good rest. Especially you. Haven't you kept watch the last 3 times that we've taken a rest?
Aren't you exhausted?
I can do this all day.
Go to bed. Or I'll knock you out.
I cast sleep on him, even though I don't have sleep.
I'm bunking with Nandor.
There's no bunks.
Just rolls out a little sheet right next to the bed.
I go climb into a bed after bandaging my arms.
I'm gonna go take a seat
I'm gonna.
in the common area.
I want to bestow a curse on fucking Ramos over here to sleep.
Nope. I'm only gonna just for a little bit, not
What-
all night.
What if you sang him a lullaby?
Nah.
Guys, it's okay. Seriously, get some rest. It'll be okay. I'll be fine. Plus, my weapon's still kind of on fire. Kind of gotta wait a little bit till it dies out, just to be safe.
All right, I'm gonna go to bed.
All right, I'm right behind you.
Get your own bed.
Buddy.
All right, so one by one, you all kind of find yourself into a comfortable spot to relax, to get yourself as much sleep as possible. And the quality of the beds is actually really not that bad. They are
I'll say.
a little short, so you kind of have your feet dangle off one side. But it's good. They are soft, not quite memory foam soft, but definitely not springs in the mattress hard. So they're comfortable compared to the rocks and uncomforts that you've had over the last while. And Ramos, as you kind of get comfortable in the commons room area, you have about 5 to 10 minutes to yourself before Ront actually comes over and takes a seat close to you as well. Kind of looks over at you. How are you feeling?
Honestly, I feel good. No ticks, no weird body or spasms, no nothing. Full-fledged, I'm okay. I'm better. Do you still want to fight about it?
Always, but that's besides the point. What are your plans once we get to the surface again?
I'm gonna say my goodbyes. I'm gonna travel home and try to convince my father to lend me his army. And maybe our fellow people will rally behind me and the other citizens around us, and maybe we could form one big army and come down here and take care of this demigorgon. But first I have to make amends with my father. What about you, Ron? What are your plans?
He's kind of silent for a moment. Roll me an insight real quick, Ramos. All right. So you're kind of looking over him, and you're used to gauging warriors more than people. You know, a politician, that might be a little hard for you to read, but you know the standard of a warrior, the way they carry themselves. And you can see that he's very uneasy by the question, that there's a little bit of unsuredness as well as shame that's on his face right now.
Ron, what's awaiting you, or what are you running from?
Kind of looks back towards the rest to make sure everyone's asleep, and then looks back over at you. If I get back to the surface, no tribe awaits me. The reason I am down here is because I am a coward.
You don't seem like a coward to me. What happened?
Do not let the little redhead know. But when me and my war party were doing a scouting mission near Gauntle Grim, we discovered a batch of their shield warriors. I ran from the fight into a cave, fell down a ravine in my flight from two dwarves that pursued me. That fall eventually led me into the Underdark. I am here because I am a coward, and I cannot return because I am a coward. It is better to the tribe that I remain dead.
Ron, things happen in battle. There are many times I was afraid of a fight. You may have ran. You survived for a reason. You may be able to get redemption and be welcomed back.
I do not seek any redemption. My tribe is small-minded. Instead, for failing one fight, I will seek the greater one. I will ask that you allow me to go with you on this journey.
Seen what you can do in battle. It would be an honor to have you with me.
Kind of nods. Looks like he's going to say something else, but just nods again, and then stands and just heads to one of the beds.
Ron,
Yeah.
I promise you, the battle ahead will be a defining moment for you.
And cracks a slightly yellowed grin and goes, "Well, then I look forward to it."
As do I, friend. Get some sleep.
So, as he makes his way to get comfortable as best as possible, go ahead and also roll me a perception as you kind of keep watch for this little bit to see who comes in and out, what happens in this new location. Getting them rolls today. All right. So, you kind of stay there for a little while, and you think about going to your nice little hovel, but habit and also unease keeps you in the seat that you find yourself nodding off through the night. But no dangers come to you, but you do occasionally hear little bits of conversation that from other deep gnomes coming to some place to sleep that cause you to wake up in the chair and listen for a moment. And you do hear one that kind of comes in that goes that they're talking hushedly about how the ghosts are getting worse, man. They're starting to spread out of the old ruins. Some are even finding their ways to the catacombs now. I don't know what we're gonna do. And then you kind of find yourself drifting off again until you kind of wake up and you hear one coming through that's talking to another. Oh yeah, I heard that there was some crazy deep gnome that got kicked out a long time ago. A few of the other scouts thought they saw him coming back in, trying to sneak through, but they kept him at bay and shoot him off. I don't know if he's still skulking. And then they kind of see you as they stop in, hush each other, and exit. But you don't really hear anything else that catches your attention. And the night goes by unimpeded for everybody. You all get yourself a long rest and wake up in fairly comfortable states compared to the last, however long of travel that you've been down here. And as you all wake, what would you like to do?
5 more minutes, please. This bed. I haven't felt anything like this since home.
I would like to take Craig out of the bag. Maybe I want to imagine I was up a little earlier than everybody. Woke up a little bit and got Craig up and fed him a couple snacks, and I'm trying to get him to follow some basic commands. Trying to.
Okay. What commands are you trying to teach?
First one is going to be probably just a basic stay. Stay. Sit, stay.
All right. Roll me an animal handling.
God damn it.
You also have an inspiration and bardic
yes.
inspiration.
No, actually, you know what? That's why I want to use that. I want to use that. Can I do that again?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. And that was a plus D1d6, right? If I'm not mistaken.
If you want to use the bardic inspiration as well, yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Hype.
That's much better. Thank you.
All right. So you spend the morning, and it starts out with him basically just trying to chase your hand and get the treat out of it that you're using to try and convince him. But after about a half hour, you start to get it to where he's figuring out sit, and then you start to walk away, and he starts to follow, and so you kind of put it back where it was, and then he goes back, and then you pick it up, and you start to convince him of stay as well.
Good boy, Craig. Who's a good Craig?
He taught him how to, go to the bathroom.
Whenever you pull him out, the backpack does not smell great. I will say that.
Oh God, I didn't think about that one. Yeah, that's my morning.
All right.
Wonders if having a pet.
Yeah.
I will use prestidigitation in the morning on the backpack to have all of the waste clean out of it.
Nice.
In fact, I'll just cut a hole in the bottom and then use prestidigitation so it all comes out of the bottom into a chamber pot.
There you go.
And I'll use mending.
Good lord.
Well, you thought of everything. Am I seeing you do this?
I'd say so, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Thank you, Elmo. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Eldith, kind of as y'all are all gathering in the commons, it just comes up and is like, so if you don't really need me, I'm kind of curious and I want to kind of go walk around, unless you need me for this whole conversation bits that you're going to have.
Well, I think we could use some supplies. Maybe you'd want to just go around and see if you could pick those up.
Sure, if you want, I can do that.
Anybody need anything? I mean, some rations No offense, Pregor, to the Ripple Bark, but maybe we could get some actual flour?
I mean, we can try. I've never made waffles with flour, but hey, there's a first time for everything, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yep.
rations would be good.
Can you see if they have any crayons, please?
Oh, sure. I think I can look for that.
Thank you.
I'm still asleep in bed.
He's stuck to that bed.
Let's see here. What else?
Maybe some kind of leash too, please.
I'm sure something like that could be made available.
Maybe you could see if they have any of those adamantine weapons around for Ramos. I know he was looking.
I was just about to say that.
Sure.
Tough weapon.
Let's see.
Swing.
What else?
Be right back.
I need some berries. If they have them, though I doubt that they do. Although they might. You never know what they'll find down here. I could use some sprigs of oak, or maybe some tufts of fir. If you could find some of those, basic little alchemy and arcanist type bits and bobs.
All right, alchemy and arcanist stuff. Those sort of odd things, sure. So a leash, some crowns, some rations, maybe some weapons. Oi, big man, are you wanna follow me? We can go do some things. And Ron just kind of looks at her, gives a sigh, and he's like, "Beats talking."
Oh yeah. Also, I hand her the bottle of whiskey. Can you get this filled up?
Oh, sure. I'm gonna also give me one of my own.
Ron, come here real quick.
All right.
Some syrup too.
I wanna give him some gold and say, do what you will with this. It's from me to you.
How much do you give him?
15 pieces of gold.
Word.
Does Eldith have money? Have we given her any money?
I don't think you'll have split any money with the NPCs. Aside from what Ron just got.
I'll just give her my sack of gold. All 185 pieces of it.
All right. Well, all right. I think I can definitely work something out with this. Yeah.
I hope so. Don't spend it all, please. That's all I have.
I hand
Okay.
I hand Eldith just one piece of gold for me, and I say, "Get Nandor a loot on me."
She just kind of looks at the gold. Sure, Nandor. Loot. Got it.
Thank you.
No problem.
Out of character. I swear to God, if you send me a loot, I will end you.
Merry
We'll just have to
Christmas!
see.
All right. So she heads out with the sack of gold in hand. And what would the rest of you like to do?
I guess we're gonna find Jim Jar to get him to introduce us to
Digger.
Diggermatic.
I'm asleep still. So
Yep.
All right.
So
Literally, look at him.
Oh, yeah. That's very sleep. Speaking of, so as you sleep, Nandor, and are having this nice moment of bodily comfort, most of your night goes by uneventful in your dreams. But towards the end, you begin to see this just white light, almost like a star in the distance, and you're just nothingness of your dream, and that comfortable black pitchness that you're in, and it is distant but bright. Is there anything you do?
Walk towards it.
All right. You begin to walk a few steps, and it so far seems to stay the same distance. But as you begin to walk, your feet begin to hit a little bit of resistance. And you look down, and compared to a few times that you've been inside your mind, so to say, the ground around you isn't this mirror of darkness and stars or anything, but it does almost look like a liquid, except now this just pitch black liquid that you can only tell is such by the small ripples of your steps as you go. And as you walk, you almost feel yourself very slowly just stepping deeper through this liquid.
Okay. So this is a dream, right? Let's see. Can I do anything? I guess I keep going.
All
And then
right.
I yell like, Arkidos! Or, Dawn!
All right. You start calling out to the void, to the light, trying to get any sort of response as you begin to continue forward. And this liquid begins to get up to your knees, up to your thighs, and it is thicker than water as you move through it. It is almost viscous, just almost adhesive in the way that it sticks and clings to you, and you have to kind of push through it. And as you're going, you begin to see that as parts of it are kind of breaking off of you and detaching, you seem to recoil in the air, and then almost like a symbiote's grasp begin to reach out for you in just tendrils before falling and joining in with the rest of the blackness around you. And as you push forward, you hear almost just like a whisper. No! Run!
I run.
Towards or away from the light?
I guess a way to try to get away from it. Like this viscous.
All right. Kind of pause, and you look up, and you just have this one brief moment where you just want to run towards that light, but you take a step back and then another, and you find that going backwards is easier than it was pushing forward, and you start to run the other direction. And you just have this one moment where you look behind you towards the light, and as you do, you can see this viscid black oil just lift up to cover the light completely, and then stretch out like a great giant maw towards your direction. And as it comes crashing down on towards you like a tsunami, you wake.
I guess I wake up in a cold sweat. And I guess since it's like, just enough room to lay in, I'm gonna like recoil up and just smack my fucking head.
I burst into the room right at that moment. Nandor, are you okay?
Ow.
Sorry. Was that me?
No, just a bad dream.
Oh, buddy. Do you want to talk about it? I come over and sit on the bed next to him, kind of
like all like
under his hair, just kind of like, You want to talk about it, buddy?
there was a light. I walked towards it, and then there was this black, like water, like pitch black. And as I walked towards the light, it got thicker and thicker and thicker, and it basically it started to try to swallow me. The light spoke to me, telling me to run. I ran, and then the water, or this viscous thing, rose up and basically crashed on me. And that's when I woke up. And that's why I fucking smacked my head on the roof of the bed.
Did you recognize the voice?
Matt.
It did sound very faintly of Dawn.
Yeah, it was Don. Remember the voice that talked to you for a little bit? Yeah.
Well, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but Dawn helped you a lot through like struggling against kind of dark thoughts and bad things happening and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So maybe it's just her trying to keep that at bay still and hold it back from you?
Maybe.
Well, I know that there are some ways through magical means that one can lucidly enter their dream with others. Maybe we could research some of those at some point.
That works. That sounds like a good idea.
We're getting ready to go and talk to Digger-matic, that guy. I'm never going to get used to these names. You want to get ready?
Yeah. I don my armor.
On my arm.
Sure.
I will shuffle out from the little bed area that I was sitting in. Crack my back. Then I'll head out to the others. He's on his way.
All right, so you all kind of gather up back in the pseudo tavern area in the center of the Trader's Grotto. And you can see, kind of walking around the area, talking to a few vendors and looking around, is Eldith and Ront, who are kind of making their way around and asking questions, seeming to look for supplies and around here. But what would y'all like to do? Which way would you like to go?
We need to find Jim Jar.
Yeah, we have to ask for him, right? People should know where he is.
Yep.
While we're thinking of where we're going to go, I'm putting Craig back in the backpack. I wrap his mouth up just a slight muzzle, just to keep him quiet a little bit.
All right.
I go up to a random one of the deep gnomes there and I go, I'm looking for Jim Jar. Where would I find him?
Oh, you're looking for the hustler. All right. Well, still kind of early, so he's probably still up in the residential district. Head down south, and it's north, usual directions here. So south would be this way. Head down south, you'll pass the Ruby in the Rough temple-looking area, and go west from there, follow the tunnels, and you'll come out in the residential. If you see the light of the glowing crystals from the plateau, you're in the right area.
Thank you. And which residence is his?
If you see a line of angry people, it's probably that one.
Gotcha. I like this Jim Jar fellow. I say as I turn and start walking.
You
Come
get
on,
used to
I
him.
know where we're going.
You get used to him.
I just slightly say under my breath, "Who's Jim Jar?"
God.
We'll head that way.
All right.
Past the temple district, go west, which will be a right turn. To the
This
rest-
can't be the same guy that killed the Minotaur, can it? Am I the only one thinking this?
No, you're
Oh,
not.
very
You're
much.
Okay.
Because it very much is.
Yeah.
Buddy.
All right. So you begin to head down out of the Trader's Grotto. Eldith and them kind of wave at you as you go, and you
Oh,
take the. What was that?
I blow Aldeth a kiss.
Nice. She kind of blushes. Y'all make your way down into what was described as the Ruby in the Rough. You see in the center of the chamber what looks to be a large mausoleum-like structure, dwarven or gnomish in design and style, which is a little bit more stylized and flowing compared to what some of y'all have seen as like dwarven architecture, which is much more, sturdy, strong, and imposing looking. This actually more looks like it blends into the ground. And there are a few carpets and rugs that are laid out around it, and you can see a few deep gnomes who are kind of kneeling next to it and seeming to be lost in either meditation or prayer. And one of them is wearing longer, almost like a dirt tan sort of color to his robes that is hemmed in dark grays. That seems to be the more official person in the area. And as y'all come by, they kind of look up and nod at you as you go. But do you stay to interact, or just kind of keep making your way?
I'm gonna give them a wave, but I'm not gonna interact. But can I roll a knowledge religion on what religion this is that they're?
Yeah, go for it. Okay. So from there's not really much in terms of like deific statues of a particular person, but you do see a little bit of iconography across the mausoleum and things like that that point it to be the deep gnome god of deep earth and nature, who is known as Sigojan Earthcaller.
I know this guy. Let's raid the tomb.
Oh god.
Yeah. Maybe later.
What's the god of deep gnome god of?
Nature.
Deep earth and nature, yeah.
Wildlife, creatures like that, stuff like that.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. I don't know if anybody else is gonna stop saying anything. Otherwise,
I'll wave and say hi. Hi.
Yeah, they all kind of get a brief pause looking at you, Gregor, but then they just slowly lift up a hand and wave.
I like these people.
They don't like you. Now let's keep going.
Oh.
it's not true. They just don't know him. And
Oh.
he's drow. No offense, Gregor.
That's the reason why they don't like you.
Nah, none taken. I forgot I'm drow.
Not a lot of mirrors down here.
I haven't seen my skin and face in a long time.
Oh my gosh. This
For a minute there, I thought it was a Minotaur.
He has become one with the helmet.
Fortunately, you're not. Otherwise, you'd have to stab your own eyes out.
Oh, jeez. You're right.
Aye.
All right, so
All right.
y'all continue to make your way across and enter the other section of tunnel, where you can see it curves around, to possibly the residential district. And as y'all step out, you can see that it's fairly lit by a few fungus throughout the area. There are some steps that lead all the way up to a plateau on the side where you can see a faint bit of multicolored light coming off. And as you all come out, you can also hear faint bit of what sounds like music from up there as well. And you can also see, as you come out, a small line of deep gnomes that are kind of heading to a hovel that is a little bit back in another cave, but they all kind of seem to be talking to each other as well.
I know. I think this is the line of people we're looking for.
I think you're right. Let's find out. Excuse me, good sir, I say to the last person, or lady, if it is a lady, the last person in line. Are you waiting for Jim Jar?
It is a lady who kind of looks over her shoulder and is like, yeah, I am. We sort of, made a little wager. I'm here to collect.
What was the wager?
If the last scouting troop would come back intact. They were trying to head into the catacombs and everything, and they all did. I mean, a little scarred, but they came back.
Are you waiting to pay, or are you waiting to receive this payment?
Receive.
How much does he owe you?
Just about 10 gold.
I slowly just reach in my pack and give her 10 gold.
I put a hand on his.
She takes it, but totally stays in line. Thank you for your donation, sir.
That's on account of Jim Jar. Now go and be on your piece, ma'am. Your debt is paid.
Roll a persuasion. She kind of looks at it, looks back at you. Yeah, I don't really know you, but you know what? If you want to say you're taking care of that for him, just tell him maybe says hello. Thank you.
Good day.
I look at Ramos and I go, let's not pay all of his debts, because guaranteed one of these people is probably going to be owed a lot more than we would give them.
I know, but the closer we get, I'm going to choke him myself with my bare hands.
Well, we don't have to talk to all of them. We could just move to the front of the line.
Excuse me, pardon me. Gotta get to Jim Jar real quick.
Oh, hey, wait, what are you doing? Hey, Nandor, what's good? All right, guys. Business is closed. I'll see you all later. Come on back. Come on. Shoo. I got personal. Let's go. As he kind of shoos everybody out, and they all kind of dejectedly kick some rocks as they walk out.
I go for the handshake, and I grab him extra freaking hard, and I say, maybe says hi. You're welcome.
That little small fry. She always makes fun bits. I'll see her again tomorrow. So, you all look nice and rested, not so drained. What are we all doing here? We ready? Going straight to...
Going to see Digger. Let's go.
Merrick.
All right. So he kind of leads past, and as you kind of look at these, you can see that most of the residences, or at least his and the others that you start to pass, don't actually have doors like the one that you had stayed in last night. Most of them are open hatchways or tunnels that lead down into their own personal hovels. But as he kind of walks out, he looks over at you, Nandor, and he's like, hey, I bet that you cannot beat the lady up there singing. Just saying. It's basically our concert hall, and it's real nice. I actually bet you would really like it. But she's the usual singer around here, and just saying. You might have a little challenge.
How much are you talking?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I saw you were throwing around yesterday. We'll say half of what I was given. 25 gold.
Hey, Matt, is there a bank here that way I could convert that money into all gold?
You could probably go through between the traders and exchange it for gold. If you wanted to say, you took a bit of time this morning to do that while you were in the Trader's Grotto.
Yeah, I'll do that then. Because it was 1,000 plus, right?
It was a bit, yeah. And it takes stopping by almost every tent to fully get all your gold, because you couldn't, definitely not just all at one tent, but you do manage to trade it all.
Okay, so what do I convert it to? 1,000 gold?
Think so. What did you have?
I had the Electrum is no, I because I converted it all to platinum. That way, like I could have like that, and then I had like so many more things. No, the 11 is a 50 piece each one.
Okay, so that would be for the 58 platinum, it would be 580 gold.
Okay.
And then at 50 a piece, so that's every 2 is 100.
That was
So, well, if they're 50 a piece, right?
yeah.
For the electrums.
Yeah.
So, math. 100, 200, 300, 400, 550 from the electrums.
So I'll basically make that like that gold like platinum, and then I'll turn the Electrum into like 550. If that's fine with you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Okay. I'll take that bet.
All right. Miss Songstone hasn't had a challenge in a while. I'm sure she'll like it. So he starts distractedly leading y'all up towards the stairs. He's like, come on, y'all will enjoy this too. Come take a look at it. And he leads y'all up and around, and as you get higher, you can hear a strong female vocal, as well as what sounds like a full-on like harp instrument band that is playing with her. And as he leads you all up to the very top, you can see that there is a large crystalline structure with one main centerpiece and multiple other fragments of different colors that are kind of breaking off of it. There have been some benches that have been crafted all along the side, where it looks like there are a variety of children and one adult that is there kind of watching, as on the highest raised pedestal you see a female deep gnome with this long deep black hair in a almost elegant dress that is just there kind of operatically singing, and as Jim Dora kind of steps up, he's like, well, we'll let her finish this set real quick, and as she sings, you can see that for each of the pitches that she gets to and the way she sings, the different crystals that are there kind of vibrate and harmonize and change in pitch with her tone as well, acting as the band that is matching her. And it rises to a crescendo and then comes to a stop. And as everybody starts to clap, Jim Jar included, he begins to take a step forward and goes, Miss Songstone, lovely as ever. And she looks down and just has this instant look of, oh, God damn it. Yes, Jim Jar, hello. What are you doing here? I've got a challenger for you. Some travelers, actually. I knew a few of them, most of them, back from my prison days. Yes, I've heard all about them. Everybody has. And she kind of looks over at all of you, and eyes kind of rest on you, Nandora. She sees your flute kind of hanging off on your side and goes, so, you can sing?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well,
hey, not only can he sing, lady,
Oh, God.
all right, but he's going to out-sing you.
He doesn't speak for me.
Gregor. Hey, let's go over here, buddy. Let's go over here. Come here.
I'm sorry, I'm very excited.
Can you take him to the kids, please?
Yeah,
There's kids here?
Let's go play with the kids, bud. Huh?
All right.
Like a freaking parent.
Hi, my name
So,
is Gregor.
As soon as you get there, all of the kids kind of like swarm around the two of you, and they all introduce themselves. They all start asking questions like, hey, what's this? Oh my God, did you really kill a minotaur? No, I bet he found that. And just like, they just, like kids just start going off.
It's a good thing I taught the kids back in the kingdom.
Oh, you're from
my
what kingdom? What kingdom are you from? Is it cool? Is it big? Is it bigger than this?
It's a lot brighter, and yes, a lot bigger than this. I taught survival skills and weaponry to the youth.
Ooh. Can you teach us to dodge a purple worm? They're scary.
Yes, they are.
I have a hook horror.
They all just kind of look at you. What?
Yeah, his name's Craig.
Can I see? I want to see. I want to see. And then like the adults like, no, just. I'm sorry. Just everyone calm down. Everyone calm down.
It's okay. My child here, he's okay.
I'll show you later.
And then the adult just kind of looks over at you, kind of looks at Gregor, looks at you again. All right.
Just go with it. Just go.
But over by you.
Parenting, am I right? Yeah.
Yes. Over by you, Nandor Jimjar is like, Nandor, whatever your last name is, this is Gara Songstone. Gara, this is Nandor. I don't think I ever got your last name.
Braylindor.
Braylindor. Guy who's gonna beat you.
Okay.
She just kind of tilts her head at him, looks to you, and goes, "So, roped you in with a bet, yeah?"
Yep. 25 gold schmackaroons.
Huh. Not bad. The other challengers he brought up were for less. All right. If you'd like, take a pedestal of your choice.
Oh, okay.
And each of them do have some like stairs that come up as they are at different heights. This one is at about 5 feet, 10 feet, and 15 feet off the ground, so that people on this side can see whoever's on the tallest one.
Okay.
And so she kind of nods at you and then looks over to where they're all kind of gathering around Gregor and everything, and it's just like, all right, my little ones, we have ourselves a rare treat. We will get the sound of music from the surface.
Oh, shh.
So, open up your ears and take a listen, and let's see what this Mr. Braylindor can offer us. Nandor, challenge is first.
All right, do I roll a performance, yes or no?
Yes, sir. And this is going to be a competing best 2 out of 3. All right. So
Wait, whoa.
When,
you can't see what it was.
Yeah.
Drake the ride along. And then it goes from there. I'm not going to do it. DMC.
Do it.
Yeah.
He does not own the copyright to this song, so he can't say now. There you go.
All right. So, what style are you going exactly? You know, or are you just straight?
Acapella. Joji.
Joji. I'm gonna do it in the style of like Johnny Be Good. And it's like, oh wait, you guys aren't ready for that. Your kids will be though.
Back to the Future. Hey.
All right. So you begin to sing, and as your voice begins to echo out, you can see that built into the platform around your feet, there are these small glyphs that begin to light up at the sound of your voice. And as they do, you can also see the crystals in front of you begin to light up as well. And they all begin to pulse with the rise and fall of your cadence, catching you as you sing. And as you go, she kind of nods and seems very satisfied with the performance, and once it sort of comes to a close, everyone claps for you as well, and she claps as well, seeming genuinely, in your direction. Well, well, seems we do have quite a singer. All right.
That's my best friend.
Do I hear him?
Not with your passive.
Damn it. Okay.
Kragor, remember, be quiet during the performance.
No talking. You're not my dad.
Respect.
Not my real dad.
But okay.
So she then goes to sing as well, and it is not as good. Her pitch, it kind of rises and falls a little bit, and it's not a bad performance, but for her, it seems more like a routine one where she's not like fully trying and belting out the effort. And whenever it comes to an end, there's a few smattered claps, but you can see that everybody is still like looking towards you, like, yeah, that was good, but we want more, we want to hear more.
Okay, so you know that song "I'm Still Standing"
But John,
by Elton John, but it's gonna be more like the one from Sing.
by Taron Egerton.
Yeah.
That's a good one. It's a good one. I love that movie.
All right.
Do it.
All right.
Wait, I'm gonna add a 1d6.
All right. So you're still on private rolls.
I know. It's so they don't
Okay.
know. All right. Ooh.
All right. So you begin to start singing it, and it's still a good song. In fact, it's a little bit better than the one you just sang before, too. And you are into it. You are going. It is very much like Sing. You've got the audience in awe. But as you're going, like partway through, she seems to catch on to what you're singing. And she basically sings the deep gnome version of that song, picking up from you, like in opera for it too, and just drowns out your voice with the hymns and the harps in the background as well. And everybody at that point is just like, ooh, ooh, ooh.
Nice.
And whenever she comes to an end, she just kind of stops and then looks to you with a little bit of a smile.
Do the opera scene from Fifth Element.
Oh my god. All right, I do that.
I was only kidding, but go for it. Yeah.
Can I roll an advantage because of?
I was just gonna
How
say,
much?
actually, I'm going to use minor illusion to give him instruments in the background and provide advantage to his next roll.
All right.
It would be great if we saw that too. So
Yeah, you would. It would be great.
it would.
Oh, here we go.
So you begin to pick up, and it is the first time y'all have ever heard Nando go like full opera, but he somehow has like the deep altos that he needs, or the deep bass, the high altos. He hits the full range, and as he does, there are like little fireworks and other harp music from behind him, just as he sings and goes and crescendos. And you can tell that partway through, she keeps trying to pick it up and, once again, consume your voice and carry over. But you then just pull out another high note and just push her voice back down, and you carry it out with that final belting, like, And you even make it sound like the full-on beatbox that happens in Fifth Element while using opera, thanks to the minor illusion in the background. And everyone by the end just like no sound, just kind of staring. And you can see Jim Jar off to the side hold up his 25 gold.
Yeah, can I just erupt in applause? Like, just stand up and...
Everyone else follows suit as well. You can even hear some scattered applause from down below from other people who seem to have heard it, like in the residential district.
Fifth Element for the win.
Yeah.
Now that's my best friend.
You definitely hear that part.
I just look at him and we're like,
I'm just over
He
here
pointed
like
at me. He pointed at me.
best friends. Totally. All the kids are like, I'm like telling the little kids, go ask if he could like sign something. It's called an autograph. You might like it.
So, as soon as you step down, Nandor, to go and collect your 25 gold from Jim Jar, you're also accosted by multiple children, 7 of them, as they all kind of come running up with little bits of parchment and like charcoal and other things to write with, and they're all just like, hey, can we have a autograph? Yeah, that's what he said it was called, right? Write on this, hey, please.
I write on it, and I'm also going to cast Minor Illusion, basically, like, to spell out my name in, like, little fireworks.
I was about to say, don't do that to the little kids. Come on now.
Oh, Nandor's loving this.
You definitely have like a little bit of a posse around you the entire time you're up here now, that just kind of all hang around on you, kind of pull at your things. They're like, hey, what's this? Oh, can you make music with this too?
Jesus Christ.
Does Nandor speak Undercommon?
I don't think so, actually.
No, I don't.
So yeah, all of this is just an undercommon, but they are handing you like papers and pencils, basically.
I'll use Minor Illusion to make it so that all of his fireworks that spell out his name, another set of fireworks comes out.
Yes.
So, like, yeah, they can read it. Yeah.
A few of them, after you sign it, are kind of looking at each other like, can you read this? No, but it's cool, right? So as you kind of collect your gold from Jim Jar,
Nah, actually, I was going to be like, nah, buddy, you keep it. I gave it to you, you keep it.
Don't you worry. Because as he says that, Songstone comes down and like walks over to you, and all the kids kind of make space to give her way. And she offers her hand up to you all, like ladylike and everything. Goes, well, that was mighty impressive, I have to say. I may have to make a trip to the surface now.
Hey.
You just might have to. You could learn more than you already know, and you're already pretty good.
Well, thank you. There hasn't been much competition here, and Winged Stone is just in its birthing throes again. But after she kind of shakes your hand, she then pulls out this really nice gold and ruby necklace that she passes over to Jim Jar and goes, deal's a deal. You found someone who could beat me.
I'll take that, Jim Jar. You keep the gold.
He kind of motions your hand over to that, looks up at you, looks back at it. This is worth much more than 25. This is a separate deal. You can try and win this back later.
I'm going to try to persuade him.
How are you going to do so?
Look, Jim Jar. If you're going to sell that necklace, I get half of it because I'm the one that I'm the one that enabled you to get that necklace. You might have started this deal, but I'm the one that won.
If I sell this necklace, you can have half.
All right, bet.
You can get at least 75%, man. Don't lowball them. Keep going high.
No, it's fine.
How much do you want
He
for the
has a lot of
necklace?
debts to pay.
But he does put on the necklace and like tuck it under his shirt and everything, just kind of like, yeah.
It's like no one can see it, but I have it.
But he kind of looks everyone in and he's like, so, do you want to take your fanfare with us, or should we actually get to what you came here to me for?
We should go get whatever we came here for.
All right. Well then, go ahead and we'll just follow me down this way. As he begins to once again lead you down the stairs, kind of thanking Gara again and just being like, look forward to your next performance. All right. So as he leads you back down and through the residential district, we're going to go ahead and take a break.
Yay! Cool. Perfect. Yeah, good timing. Let's see. Want to do about 9:15 to 12:15 or 11:15, whatever time you guys have. Go with that?
Yeah.
All right, we'll do about 10 minutes, guys. About 10 minutes. All right, we'll be back. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you on the continuation of Heathens and Heroes after this quick break. Thank you. Hey everybody, I want to say thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Before we get started on the next half, I am going to give a quick few shout outs. I want to give a shout out to Stacks Live for the follow, thank you so much. Reaper's Pass for the tier 1 sub for 3 months, holy moly. Aaron Guard 2112, thank you for the 3 months as well. Virgil Chicks, thank you for resubscribing for 3 months as well. Scooter Cannon, I don't know who that is, but hey, happy 3 months. Owl Hoodlum, thank you for the 20 bits. Aaron Guard, thank you for the 5 gifted tier 1 subs to Aquera, Genesem, Braden K007, K818, and Mazim USA. Owl Hoodlum, thank you for the gifted tier 1 sub to Mike Kirsch. Vegas Girl on Fire, thank you for the 6 gifted. Oh no, I'm sorry. 5 gifted tier 1 subs to My Playable, Kimutsimu, JD Neal, Miss Ian Malcolm, and Nerf Alice. Oh, Nerf Alice got one. That's pretty cool. Vegas Girl on Fire for the 100 bits. Virtual Tricks for the 5 gifted tier 1 subs. To Tracy Ramon, Phil556, Dark Matter 86, Thrill House, X, and Stacks Live. Reaper's Pass for the gifted tier 1 sub. To Fireproof Panda. Doomed Atlas for the 5 tier 1 subs. To Pirate That Booty, Shotgun McPain, The Cat 116, BPWMD, Random Hero. Thank you guys all so much for tuning in. Owl Hootlam, thank you for the 100 bits. Laquera, thank you so much for the follow. Dual Screen Streams, thank you for the rate of 6. Missed Enough, thank you for the follow. Kimutsimu, thank you for the rate of 7. And a Jamaican Patty, thank you for the follow. Thank you all, everybody, for tuning in. You guys are fantastic. We're going to get started here on the next half here very shortly. But thank you guys so much for your support. Remember, you can watch each episode live once a week. We don't have a certain day yet, but you can watch live. Just pay attention to our Twitter, our socials. You'll get a link in our chat, but from Nightbot in a little bit. And also you can find us on YouTube by searching for Heathens and Heroes or clicking the link in our About Me section below to catch up on past episodes and to stay up to date with future content. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll get started here shortly.
No, should I actually do? Hold up. No.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
These pajama pants.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We're going to go ahead and continue with the second half of Heathens and Heroes, episode 20. Matt, go ahead and take it away.
Good enough. Perfect. More perfect.
So, where we left off was Jim Jar leading out the party towards the direction of Chief Daggermatic. As y'all are traveling through and passing through the residential district, he kind of is also pseudo-playing tour guide, kind of telling you a little bit. He's like, so, you may have picked up on it. Deep Gnomes as a whole kind of lost this place a long time ago due to some warring shit. I don't know, way before my time. But only within the last decade or so have we actually started building out. And this didn't used to be a little residential area. And in fact, the Warrens, where the were rats have kind of taken hold, used to be a place that was more commonly lived. But when we were here, they had also started finding the place and filtering in. So it's kind of been touch and go there. But this place isn't so bad. We got a few little areas set up, and as he's walking by, he does point to this hovel over here. And as he points to it, he goes, "Although, if I were you, I'd probably avoid over there right now. It's kind of sort of haunted. Uh, no,
Ghost.
yeah, he's not happy there right now. So if you just kind of want to avoid that, just so you know, there's angry thing there, angry guy.
Is there some correlation with the mist that he was apparently with?
No, I don't think so. I think this one is just more of a, because I mean it's a deep gnome like us. I think he's one of those that kind of died previously, and you know, it used to be a little bit of storage, but as we get more refugees, it's been made into a home, and he was not very happy about that. Kind of attacks the new people that tried to move in.
Okay.
So, just a little spot to avoid while you're in town if I were you for now, in case you don't want to deal with that. And then continues to lead down and around in that direction. And as y'all kind of follow through, you find yourself passing another chamber that has a large central area where you can see there's one deep gnome who is there kind of resting, eyes closed, hands against the earth. And there are 4 large, almost like stone monoliths that are called menthirs. They are basically oval-shaped, round, smooth stones that are there, and they seem to be in almost a arcane or ritualistic positioning, but you don't see any glyphs or any sort of arcane markings on them or around them. But as he passes by, he's like, this here is our speaking stones, folks like Tapfinger over there. And he kind of points, and the figure looks up, kind of hearing his name. Jim Jar continues. He sort of, well, they say they listen to the stones to divine the future, that sort of thing. I don't really know how it goes. I'm not much for that stone shaper life, but
Can I
Go
try
ahead.
it? Can I try that?
You say that, and the figure who's sitting there kind of stands up and dusts himself up, and Jim Jar's like, I don't know how it goes. But the figure steps forward and goes, excuse me, you have an interest?
Yeah. Why not?
I see.
Is this an
Well-
undercommon?
He actually heard Jim Jar speaking common, so he's speaking common as well.
Got it.
And he's definitely, as he steps forward, a bit of a older deep gnome. You can see that his darker hair is starting to go gray in different areas. He's got the lines of age across him and has a little bit of a hunch to his back, but still kind of walks with that air of authority, confidence, And he goes, well, we have never tried to have a surface dweller speak with the stones before. But I would be most curious to see how it goes. Come, sit. as he kind of makes a motion towards the engravings and kind of pseudo altar on the ground. And he then takes up sitting cross-legged, and he says to you, "For us, we tend to use commune to speak with the earth, and we interpret the subtle changes in the vibrations of these ancient Galib-Dur to divine what may happen. Keep your hands to the ground, close your eyes, and shut off your senses, and see if you can feel the vibrations of these ancients."
Okay. I do that.
Go ahead and roll me a perception. So you sit for a few minutes, and to you it just feels like the natural stone beneath you. You don't really feel any shakes to it, any tremors. Since he's sitting with you, you don't feel the movement of other people on it. It all just feels still to you.
Okay. I feel nothing.
Well, it takes many a stone shaper to be able to listen and interpret the will of the stones. Maybe with enough time and interest, we can train you as well.
Maybe. But for now, gotta go see to Merrick.
See who?
Driller.
Yeah, driller.
Digger.
Diggermatic.
Matic.
I think his name is Daniel.
I gotta go talk to Matic.
Diggermatic.
He kind of raises a hand for a moment and goes, "Ah, are you seeking perhaps to help then?"
Yes.
I see.
Maybe.
I will still take a maybe for now. Let me properly introduce myself. My name is Gurnik Tapfinger. I am the head priest of Calardun Smooth Hands of the Stoneheart Enclave. And this is but a pale comparison to the stones that we have lost into Rockblight.
What's Rockblight?
Rockblight is sealed terrain at the moment. A portion of old Blingden stone that is currently locked away as the great Ogremak Bane has become a traitor to all elementals, turning our own Galeb-Dur against us. However, there is a great stone there that, and he kind of reaches in to one of his pockets and pulls out a bright red gem. And as he kind of lifts it up, he goes, "However, if you make your way into Rockblight, to the steadfast stone, it is similar to these but larger, and it has sockets for one of these gems. The area is tainted now, but this will cleanse it. If you can do this for me, I can offer a little bit to you. Maybe I can give a blessing or a boon to each of your weapon or armor. It is not much, but it would mean, well, the earth to me to do this."
The Earth.
I look at the guys. Yo, nod.
Side quests everywhere.
Yeah, we'll do it. If we happen to pass by it, yes.
He kind of looks at the stone for a moment, and then passes it over to you. And as he does, he kind of breathes a mixed sigh of both relief and anxiety and says, "Well, I truly hope you do. And if you do not, please return the gem so that our next incursion into Rocklight will give us a chance."
Got you.
He then kind of bows to you and then bows to the rest of the party as well. And Jim Jar, who's kind of standing off to the side, just gives a little bit of a thumbs up to you.
Hey, Nandor,
What's up?
isn't that the same gem that the mining guy was using to see things?
Matt?
Um,
What do I roll?
roll me an Arcana. Okay. So looking over the gem that you have, which I have now put in your inventory, as well, and then kind of recalling towards what they were using before, their gems looked similar, but a little bit of a lackluster quality, not as high grade as the one that you now have in your hand.
Okay. So is this just a ruby? Or what kind is it?
Hold on, I gotta look up this spell real quick so I know the level.
Okay. Because there's like a list.
It's a 5th level spell that is in there.
Okay. So like a jade kind of?
It's of the quality of jade, but it is a red gem.
Okay.
But it is
Okay.
of that same quality, so
Like a dull ruby, kind of?
kinda, yeah.
Okay.
All right. So Jim Jar kind of looks at it and is like, well, now that that's out of all the way, let's go ahead and make our way over there to Mr. Old Daggermatic in the hall. And he begins to lead once more out. And as he goes, he does kind of saddle by you, Nandor, and he goes, I do appreciate it. I don't know much about the faith or care for it, but, well, these people are in a tight spot, so any hope does them good.
Any help that I can provide is well enough.
Kind of smiles a bit and nods, and then continues on. And you all continue a little bit further. I believe I have y'all. Yeah, you're in a slightly different position, so give me a second. I wasn't sure where y'all would be coming in from. There you are. You all come in from this direction.
I've got a gray
and-
screen. Hold on.
I got pure gray screen right now, yeah.
Aw, haterade.
I could see
There,
it.
there it is, okay.
Okay. Oh, it's still loading for y'all,
Okay,
that's why.
yeah, we're good.
Okay. Cool. So you all come into this new chamber. It seems to be just a little passing through chamber. You can see a few little stone benches and things like that off to the side. There are a few deep gnomes who are kind of resting in the area. Some that are playing dice currently across the ground.
My kind of people.
But he leads you past and out into a larger chamber where you can see a large glowing crystalline structure in the center that is held up by what look to be 3 Dalebger, except actual statues, not the living stone that you had seen before, that are just holding up this large crystal structure. And behind it, you can see carved into the stone wall is a few pillars kind of holding up a pseudo roof down here, and a large, about 15-foot wide open archway. And as he steps in, he goes, welcome, gentlemen, to Daggermatic Hall. Currently, Chief Interim Operating Base. It is a fine area. He does what he can, along with his lady, but it is just, well, a temporary area. At least from what I understand. They want to expand. And as he steps through...
Jim Jar, quick question.
Yes.
Okay. Digger-matic or dagger-matic?
Technically it's Diggermatic, but after I do business with him, it's Daggermatic, because he always takes my money. I don't know what it is about his debts, but damn, he's good.
Gotcha.
More like deader-matic, am I right? Hey-o.
Shut up, Gregory. Not now.
Just kind of looks at you and he's like,
I take a half step over to Gregor and put my hand up.
Thank you.
We totally high five.
Look, I'm gonna walk up to Gregor. It's like, look,
You have no idea how much I needed that.
You're a drow. You're saying Daggermatic.
Mm-hmm.
You're a drow.
No, debt, like debt or
dead. So do you know?
Yeah, it does kind of sound the same.
I'm just saying. Just be careful.
You're right.
So, as you all then make your way into the hall proper, you can see it's kind of set up like a town hall. A few areas for people to sit, a slightly raised plateau where you can see multiple deep gnomes all kind of talking amongst each other. Some holding scrolls, others kind of looking on tables and walking over to shelves. One corner where there's another deep gnome who's kind of sitting off to the side, looking like they would normally be receiving, citizen complaints and type of deal, but they kind of see y'all step in and just are like waving a little bit from their corner. But they smile. And y'all continue on, and as you get towards the front, the others seem to take notice of you as you step in, and a hush kind of falls into the room, and you can see that there's a male and a female sitting behind the desks that are sort of facing each other at the center of this plateau. And as they were in mid-conversation, they just kind of stop and turn to look at y'all. And the gentleman kind of arches a brow and takes a step towards the front of his desk and says, "Hello there. Welcome to my hall."
Hi.
Chief Digger Medic, I presume.
I am. And who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
I give him a deep bow. My name is Einar. These are my companions. That's Gregor over there.
Hi.
Obviously, you've got Jim Jar here. You know him. Back there is Ramas, and of course, Nandor, our chief member of our party, who is quite acclaimed at singing. You may have heard his echoes earlier.
I've been a little busy, but I'm sure I will hear of it soon enough if Miss Songstone was involved.
She was. Apparently, there was a wager going on between her and Mr. Jim Jar. She lost, unfortunately. But
you see Jim Jar kind of hold up the necklace, and him and the chief kind of exchange a look of like knowing and like, oh damn.
Look what I got.
He then gives a bit of a respectful nod and kind of looks over amongst all of you and goes, "Well, welcome to Blingdenstone and Daggermatic Hall. I am one of the two chiefs, Dorbo Daggermatic, and this is my wife, Cinny." And you see the female who she has kind of like curlier hair that comes down to about her shoulders and is still that almost dark black with little bits of gray coming through it. She's got a few glasses on her that are kind of towards the end of her nose, and she's leaning against the desk and kind of gives a respectful nod as Dorbo kind of looks at the rest of y'all and goes, "Now, what exactly has brought all of you to my city?"
I'm looking for some crayons.
We're actually looking for safe passage to the surface.
And
We were
crayons.
told.
Crayons.
We were told that you could help us.
You see him kind of exchange a look with his wife, and she tilts her head slightly, and then he gives a slight nod and goes, "Well, unfortunately, I do not have any gnomes to spare to make an excursion that far. There are pressing issues with creature oozes and these were-rats on the north side." And then you hear Cindy kind of pop up. "Look, all right, the were-rats would not be an issue if we just had a chance to talk. They won't let us talk to them. Last people we sent in died."
Guys,
Wait.
if you don't mind, we would like maybe to offer our services in exchange for a way to the surface. We can help alleviate some of these issues if you would allow us the opportunity to help.
We were made aware of some of the complications that your people are facing, and we were hoping that perhaps we could offer our services in exchange for your assistance in a couple of other matters that we have. One, of course, being getting to the surface. The other, of course, being a matter that is of grave importance to the entirety of the Underdark.
And crayons.
Hey, Craig, we check on Craig real quick.
To one of the other aides and it's like, just can you go get him some crowns? Just go get those real quick. And the other one, the person there who's like in official uniform and guard like attire, looks fairly official, is like, okay. It kind of walks past, gives a little glare at you as he goes, but then continues on and out. And the chief then kind of looks at the rest of you and goes, "And what are you, mercenaries?"
We're just a traveling party that just so happen to be good at things.
Just a band of heathens and heroes.
He did it! He said it!
More so the hero part, really, Gregor.
Yeah, I don't know where the heathens part came from.
Some heroes slaying some heathens.
I see. And does your little adventuring party have a name of some sort?
Heroes? No. Heathens?
We're currently working on that right now. But again, pressing matters. We would.
I'm just wondering if there's something I can refer to you as a whole rather than trying to speak individually. But
Cragor and the Cragonites.
No.
It was worth a try.
No. Just.
Well, while you keep that in mind, I will say I do not quite know you enough to let you speak on the behalf of the rest of us with these were-rats. However, there may be a way...
I completely understand that, sir. I do not suggest for one moment that we speak on your behalf. However, we could deliver a missive from yourself and your quite lovely fellow chief to the leader of the were-rats on your behalf. We certainly are capable of at least getting that far, I would think. And if we're not, then we're out of your hair, and there's nothing for you to concern yourself with.
And out of leverage. If you need help with this ooze problem, we can take care of that first before, and to show you we can be trusted just a little bit more in your eyes.
We did fight 2 gelatinous cubes in your common area yesterday.
We did.
Was
I
it
did
2?
hear of that, and I am appreciative indeed. Very well. We will test out your worth by seeing if you can get to them, and at least delivering a potential to speak again and work together. We will have one of our aides work on a proper missive to prepare for them. But in the meantime, I would like you all to also head to the I'm sorry, lost the name of it. Caves of Clatter to the east, where you will hear many of our blacksmiths and forge masters at work. While there, speak to my quartermaster, and we will at least make sure you are prepared enough for this journey. Call it mutual assurance.
You are most kind, Chief Diggermatic. And Chief Cinny Diggermatic.
They both kind of give you a little nod. And I will say, Einar, whenever you called the wife lovely, you did catch a brief hint of jealousy in the husband. But because your passive insight's high enough. But he then kind of nods and makes a motion to an aide. I would say come back in a few hours. Go explore the rest of our city, see what we have to offer and enjoy, and then come back and we will have a proper thing in hand. And I will make sure that Sark over at the gate knows to let you through.
Excellent. We shall see you in a few hours then, Chief. And I give a bow.
He gives a little half bow as well and makes a motion to one gnome who kind of runs off ahead of y'all in a direction, presumably to inform the quartermaster as well. Then, where would you like to go? As he, makes his way back to his desk, and you can see him start going over what sort of missive to write with Cinny.
So we will exit the room, or I will exit the room. Presumably the others will come too.
I'll go.
I'm not going anywhere until I get these crayons.
Yes, we will wait outside the room.
They'll
for the aide
probably
to come back with your crayons.
they'll probably have it. They'll probably give it to you when they are finished writing the missive. So let's just do this, and we'll come back. You'll get your crayons then. Is that okay?
I'll accept it.
Okay.
All right. As you all step away, and Jimjar goes to follow, you do hear Dorbo's voice call out once more. Jimjar, stay behind for a little while. Talk with me. And you see Jimjar kind of slump his shoulders a little bit and go, all right, I'll meet you all out. I'll be back.
I lean down as I'm walking out and whisper to Jimjar, make sure you're betting on us.
See a little glint in his eye as he begins to turn and walk back over to him.
I'll wait for the others to join us out here, but so it sounds like we go to the quartermaster first. That seems to be the most logical thing that we would do. And then once we reach the quartermaster and get outfitted and geared up, maybe we should go and take care of whatever it is that this priest was asking us to do.
Okay.
We have a lot to do.
So before that, I'm gonna sit. I was sitting down waiting, and it's like, Jimjar, don't lose any more money. Just don't.
You can't change an old betting, gambling man.
He just tries to look at you with like the most puppy dog innocent eyes that he can manage.
I sigh and walk out. Does he? Yes or no? Like,
I mean, you can decide how well that works against you.
not very well. I'm just like, why? And
Alright.
the size should tell him it's like, I don't believe you for a fucking second.
He seems to know.
So I say we head to the quartermaster, we get outfitted in our gear, then we go and take care of the priest's need. And once that's done, we should have elapsed enough time that we can come back to
Get the missive.
Diggermatic, get the missive, head up and take care of the rat people problem, get them talking to one another. I mean,
Then we also have to do the ooze that they were talking about as well.
eventually we'll get to the oozes. Well, let's handle 2 major problems a day here.
Okay, I agree. Let's get outfitted and let's go take care of the priest's mission that he gave us. We'll take care of that.
Everyone on agreement?
Yep.
Excellent.
Yes.
Is there any sign of the aide coming back with the crayons yet?
By this
I
point,
almost forgot
you
about
can-
crayons.
At this point, you can see there is one deep gnome who's kind of like very slowly walking back, fucking like kind of scuffing the ground a little bit. Seems to have something clenched in one hand.
Hey, buddy. You got something for me?
Oh, goddamn motherfucker. It's a...
Thank you.
Goddamn officer reducer.
Wow, red, green, and yellow. I can make anything with this.
The
And
standard
piece of charcoal.
You can make Blello.
That's not a color.
totally is a color.
Is it?
Standard restaurant crayons, yes.
Krager,
Yes.
give me 5 gold.
Okay.
I take the 5 gold from him and I give them to the aide.
Kind of stops as he's like about to walk through the door. Appreciate that. Yeah, I do.
There's more where that comes from. Just bring more crowns.
He just turns
Keep your head
at
up.
you and is like,
Keep your head up, soldier. You got it.
Thanks for the crowns.
So head to the quartermaster, and then we're gonna go to wherever that priest was telling us to go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
all right. So it's to the east. So if you kind of follow up the this tunnel, and once inside, you do start to notice kind of engraved into the walls, though at the lower height, so you didn't really notice it before, but they do have directions to certain areas, and the Cave of Clatter is along the way as well. So you follow these directions all the way down to where you find a large chamber similar to the Trader's Grotto, except all of these peeps are obviously metalsmiths, working on leathers or just different bits of gear, armor, weapons, metals, things of that nature. And Eldith is there kind of perusing a few basically large jugs, metal, bosses containing a variety of weapons, and she looks up and she's like, "Oh, hello, y'all! What's going on?"
Edith, my darling, how are you?
Oh, doing good. They said all the weapons were down this way. I haven't found anything adamantium yet, but you know, I've been kind of looking around. They've got some good stuff. How's everything with y'all? You lost the little one.
Oh, Jim Jar. Yeah, he's still talking to the chief. Apparently, they had a bet to make on us. Yeah, no, I mean things went well. We met the chief. The chief is going to give us a missive to take to the rat rat people apparently, and we're going to help a priest out with some spiritual things that he's got going on. Something about rock blight, I think it was. I don't. Wasn't really.
Yeah,
paying
it's rock
attention.
blood.
And oh, the chief told us to go talk to the quartermaster in here because apparently he's gonna give us some free stuff. So that's cool.
And I got some crayons.
Oh, and yes, Kragor got crayons, 3 of them.
Oh,
Yeah.
good job, Gregor.
Thank you.
I got a few more for you too, different colors.
Oh my gosh! What colors did you get?
Well, they got a few different dyes in here, but you know, I've got an orange one, I've got a purple one, I've got a blue, I've got a green, I've got a yellow. There's a red one.
It's like Christmas.
This is amazing. This is the best day ever. Thank you.
And then I got some chalk because they don't have a white crown, so
Oh, what is that? Can you eat that?
No, Gregor, you can't eat that.
I ate the chalk.
well, if you're brave enough, you can eat anything, you know.
This tastes horrible.
Yeah, no, you should really get a drink, or you know. And then she passes
It
you a
tastes,
bottle of whiskey that she has as well.
It tastes kind of chalky.
That's the
That's
perfect
what it's called.
description. Yeah.
That's why it's called chalk, buddy.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, I also got some chalk for you, Einar. I've seen some arcane people use it before. I don't know if you need it, but I got some for you too, and you know, a variety of other little bits as well. So,
I wouldn't eat it.
Perfect. Did you fill up my bottle, darling?
oh, of course, and I also got me too.
Excellent. I'll take my bottle from her.
Hey, Eldeth, how much money is left?
So about that, they're a little isolated here, so things are a little bit expensive. But you know, I got you a full alchemy set. I also got you, you know, a wide variety of little random reagents that they had from down here. You know, the crowns. I haven't got any weapons yet. I was just kind of perusing.
Did you find a leash?
They said someone down here can work with leather to do a leash. I haven't poked one of them yet, so you might have to talk to one of them. But you know, I did also get some rations. But there's only about 70 gold left.
Okay. All right.
Hey,
the difference.
Hey, Eldith, did you, by happen of chance, run into Ron anywhere?
Oh yeah, we were for a while together, but he said he wanted to go look around, and I don't know where he went. He went somewhere that way, and she just kind of points the way she came.
I'm gonna talk to one of these smiths and see if there's any adamantium weapons that they're just not showing.
Adamantium. Oh, this guy. Oh, if we had adamantium, you think we'd be having problems with the rare rats? Nah, everything here is just pre-built. Fucking adamantium. This guy.
Where can we find some weapons that have adamantium?
Well, you know, if you want to go lay siege to the capital of Minzo Baranzan and take what we had back, we would be happy to share it with you.
Fine.
Tempting.
Can I ask another question?
Oh, what you want this time?
Do you have any warhammers laying around?
Oh, that we actually do have. We got to, warhammers, great axes, battle axes, javelins, swords, daggers. You know,
Pull out the battle axe. Made this one myself. Does it hold up to yours?
huh. And the two that are there, try and take it from you since it takes both of them since it's for your size. And they begin to pour over it, and they're very not judgmental, but nitpicky. They see every little thing about this axe as they go over it together.
Mind you, I didn't have a full forge like you lovely gentlemen have here. This was crafted on the spot.
Oh, we can tell. Now, granted, I mean, for being on the spot, it is some good craftsmanship, but we could definitely tell it was made without the proper supplies. So, kudos for making it last.
Is there any way you can improve my battle axe? Maybe another coat of polish, maybe. Maybe a sharpen.
Well, we might be able to work on it a little bit, but if you're wanting to magically boost that thing, that's out of our range. We just do the physical work here. But if you want to touch up on the thing, we are glad to provide. It'll just be 5 gold for the touch up, for all the oil supplies, things of that nature.
I'll give them 5 gold for the touch up.
All right. They take hold of it. And as this is happening, what are the rest of y'all doing?
I want to go shopping too.
Interesting at any of these stalls.
Okay, something interesting heard. Roll me an investigation as Einar. What are you saying?
I'm going to just step up to Eldeth and go, I need you to do me one more favor. If you can, try and find if there's anyone in this town that's an arcanist, an actual caster, that has ritual spells available. I'd love to copy some of their spells out.
I'll keep that in mind. Most of them seem very, I don't know what's the word, druidic or, holy. But
Sure.
I can definitely look around.
I'd appreciate it, darling.
Of course,
You're the
love.
best.
Oh, I know you also mentioned something about a quartermaster, and she points to this gentleman, Deep Gnome over here, who is kind of going through, taking a look at all of the, gear and kind of talking to a few other crafters and whatnot.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. I'll go speak to him now.
All right.
I'm gonna ask the guys if there's any weapons that can handle a ghost of any sort.
They kind of look amongst each other. Well, if you ain't got magic, I would say you're looking to try and coat something with silver. We do got a few bits of silver, and so that'd be something we can do as well. If you want, we can actually do that to your axe here. The only thing is, it's gonna cost you 100 gold for that.
I'll give them.
Do you still want the axe or do you want a hammer?
I'm gonna get both. Chill. Anyway, how much are the platinum? Again?
Platinum are 10 gold each, so it would be 10 platinum.
I'll give them 10 platinum. Yeah, I'll give them 10 platinum.
Oh, haven't seen this in a while. All right.
Are any of your warhammers coated with silver?
Not to be made, but we have some silver on hand for those going to face the catacombs. So if you want, we can also coat that as well.
Guys, do you think you should get some weapons that maybe we'll run into people in the future with on these quests that we have?
That was my exact idea.
I don't think gobs and goo will work on these spirits and ghosts. I don't even know if tentacles will work either, if you guys are interested in these weapons.
I would definitely be interested in these weapons.
Why don't you help me look, Ramos?
Help you look?
For anything interesting, anything that might catch my eye, that you think would catch my eye.
Mm. You already have a knack for finding things on your own. You sure you need my help?
You never know.
Mm.
I will say you do find one vendor that kind of amidst his stuff, there is a little bit of like TNT set off to the side that they might use for like collapsing or clearing or things like that. So you do see kind of like the nice little red sticks and things like that as you go through. But for the most part, most of it looks like fairly generic gear and different styles and equipment and things like that over here.
Excuse me, sir.
It's actually a female, a woman that is
Excuse me,
there.
ma'am.
That was kind of like crouched down behind, but does have this little bit of a pixie cut and kind of stands up and looks over at you. And she also has an eye patch as well. And you can see that she's got a bit of like burn scarring along that side of her face as well. She goes, "Oi, what can I do for you, lady?"
How much is it dynamite that you have out there?
"Oh, you're looking for a little explosive bits, huh?"
A little bit of boom, Everyone needs a little bit of boom in their life.
Well, these things aren't, they don't really come cheap or easy to get nowadays.
How much we talking?
She kind of looks over you a little bit, and do. Okay. She goes, per stick, I'll give you 10. 10 gold.
How about 8?
Roll of persuasion. Alright. She kind of looks you over for a bit and goes, alright, because you got a pretty face. I'll go with 8.
All right, and how many 6 are there?
There's just a few on top of like a crate. But she kind of comes over and pulls it out, and there's probably about, I'd say, 10, 11 in there.
I'll do it.
All right.
I'm getting all 11, I guess.
All right. Sounds good. So, pass over, 88 gold and everything. And she just kind of takes each of them and pockets the monies, and it's just like, now you go have fun with that, and don't you dare end up like me.
I'm not gonna end up like that or like that, and I point at Craig.
Kind of looks over her, and she's like, eye patch buddies.
Hey, look at us, huh? Who would have thought?
2 eyes is overrated, right?
Totally. Hey, while I got you here, I got a quick question. Actually, 2 questions. What is the finest dagger that you may have? And does anybody around here have any lock picks or thieving tools of some sort that I may be able to acquire?
Well, for that kind of tool, you might have to go up to the Trader's Grotto. They have them all about that kind of area, those sort of things. It's a little too intricate for my tastes. Uh, as for daggers and things of that nature, we got a few of them around here. Uh, our fanciest daggers are the ones that we can coat in silver. The rest of them are pretty basic, but if you have some money and some time, you can take it up to a stone shaper, get them magically enchanted, things like that. Uh, and yeah, we got many daggers for you. What are you looking for?
I would love one of those silver-coated daggers, but how much are you talking?
Well, to coat the silver dagger is a little bit, so it would probably run about 79 gold for a dagger.
It's a
Smaller.
for a dagger. Can you at least, cut some price down for us? I mean, my guy here just bought all your dynamite.
We're all together.
Hmm.
I'd be happy to draw you a picture to cut
Hold
off
on,
some of the
hold
price.
on, hold on. Where's it? We need to find the quartermaster.
One that I'm standing next to right now, waiting for it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
You look over and you can see Einar looking through a crate
Conversation.
with a quartermaster, and he's kind of like pulling out items to show them to him, and doing things of that nature as well.
Yeah, I just wanted dynamite.
So I'll say, as y'all look over, we'll cut over to you, Einar, who had approached the quartermaster. And you approach this figure. It's a gentleman, a little bit older, kind of stocky for a deep gnome compared to the smaller ones that you've seen. But you can see that one of his arms is missing from the elbow down, and he has instead this stone prosthetic that has a few arcane glyphs around it that he is kind of going through things with. And he looks up as you approach and goes, "Huh, there must be that outsider."
One of, yes. Einar is my name. You're...
Einar, good to meet you. You can call me Billy.
Billy. All right, Billy.
The full name is much longer. I'm not going over with it. Too much time, you won't remember. So, Billy is the name. I heard you were here to pick up something.
Yeah, my companions here are going to be needing some weapons, some items to help outfit us for the missive that we're going to be delivering to the rat people, as well as we're going to be handling.
Kind of waves a hand a little bit, and he's like, I don't, that's above my pay grade, but I do have a box that they set up for you. And he kind of goes off to the side next to one of the forges and grabs a box and brings it over to you and sets it down. And in it, you can see there is a little bit of rope that is all in there, hammer, pythons, just a variety of, adventuring gear, grappling hooks, things like that that you might need for dealing with caves, caverns, underground terrain. And there's also within a healer's kit that is in there, as well as about 6 potions, 4 of them red in color, the other 2 different, and what also looks to be like a brass horn. And he says, we've got about all of this in here for you. And he said, since you might be dealing with some of those leftover dead things, that we could have 1 weapon coated from our stores.
Oh, excellent. Let's see here. I just start going through the box. I'll take the healer's kit out and put it on myself. Do you know what these potions are? I assume these 4 red ones are probably healing.
Yeah. Those are some hefty healing potions, I call them. Now, this one over here, and he picks up one that you can see that it has 3 different layers of brown, silver, and gray that almost look like it's stone or sand that is in there. It looks really thick. And he kind of picks it up and goes, "This one will be able to basically make you run up walls, things of that nature, nice and easily. Move around the terrain real easy, no matter what you run into, uh, and make it nice and simple." And then he picks up another one that seems to have this whirling fog within it, and he goes, "This one is a bit of a getaway drink. You could call it a getaway gas, as it makes you basically into a fog, into gas, and untouchable for it to an extent, unless you're along some sort of windy passage, in which case that sucks. But down here, you should be fine."
Sure. Okay. All right. Excellent. All right.
Then
and
he
the
also
horn. I picked that up, and
he's as you pick it up, he kind of raises a hand and he's like, "Don't blow on that, by the way. At least not right here. That one is was given to us by the priests, and is to be used with the help of incursions and things like that. It can summon up a wave of creatures to help assist you in battle. Uh, from what I understand, they are fallen warrior gnomes from the past as well, given to the cause. Now, keep in mind, though, if you use it, that's it for a week. That's all you got. So make sure when you use it, it's when you need it.
Of course. Wow, that's an incredible gift to be giving us. I'm most appreciative. Okay. Well, Ramas, since you're right here, I think you're the one that's best inclined for summoning up the battalion, if you will. I give him the horn.
Take the horn.
I think that we'll give the potion of gas. Probably best if Kregor has that, since he's the one that's most likely to get into a sticky situation like that. And I think he'd probably do well with the climbing walls as well and moving around freely. So we'll give him those 2 potions. Why don't you take one of the healing potions? I'll take one of the healing potions. Nandor and Kregor can have each one. So that way we're all stocked up on those. The gear, we'll just split it evenly amongst us. I took the healer's kit because I'm the one that usually stays out of danger. I think that makes the most sense. Do you agree?
Agreed.
Okay. Okay, yeah, we'll just we'll split the rest of the gear amongst ourselves. But thank you so much. Oh, and also the quartermaster here, Billy here, told me that we can coat one of our weapons into silver. So, what do we need? Do we need like a? Do you need an axe?
Well, they're already taking care of my battle axe for me, so this gives me just one more thing that I can play with.
Okay. Now, Gregor's dagger is magical, so he should be fine. And I have magic. Nandor has magic, so
Kregor also has one extra dagger that he uses that's not magic. He can coat that one.
Well, we only get one weapon in silver. Otherwise, we have to pay for it. Now, normally, Billy, what does it cost to coat a weapon in silver?
Depends on the size of it. Most small light weapons are about 75 gold, and swords and things of the larger nature can range from 1 to 150.
Gotcha. Well, I think then it makes the most sense that we do whatever larger weapon you're thinking of, Ramos.
I was gonna go for another hammer, or for a hammer, since my axe is already getting coated.
Isn't it a great axe, but that's a two-handed weapon? So you would have a great axe and a hammer coated, even though they're both two-handed weapons.
Hey man, I don't play this game. All right, I come swinging.
2 different types of damage. One's slashing and one's bludgeoning. So
yeah.
it makes sense. Okay. Billy, is it possible to talk with one of the vendors and get them? Maybe we could work out a deal with them where they could give us a little bit of a discount on silvering up one of our daggers.
Yeah. If they know you're here on official chief business, they might be a little more lenient. But he kind of reaches into one of his pockets and pulls out a little like seal that he's got, and he goes, "Just show them this, and they'll knock a little bit off for you."
Excellent. Thank you so much for that. I take that and I go, "Hey, Nandor,"
What?
and I throw it across the room to him. I go, can you get Cragor a silver dagger with that? It should help bring the price down a little bit since we're here on official business for the chief."
Sure.
Meanwhile, I'm trying to barter a drawing with this guy. Now, look, I can draw your self-portrait, okay? But I'm going to tell you, it's going to cost you a little extra.
I kind of want this drawn.
Would you take a drawing if you coat his weapon with silver?
Let me show you my portfolio.
God.
She looks through your little portfolio, and what is the quality of this?
One piece of
Cragor?
paper on 2 sides.
the quality is exactly what you think it is.
It's like the best fucking thing out there.
It's like at least 70 gold.
I'm good. I'm casting minor illusion. And I'm also casting precipitation to make it like pop out and make it like smell nice or something.
Like a 3D photo, just that he drew up.
And for a little extra, I mean, maybe I can make it smell like flowers. I don't know. We'll see.
Roll me a persuasion with advantage.
Him
For a
or
little
me?
extra. For a little extra, I could give you an additional ripple bark waffle.
So she kind of looks over it, looks thoroughly impressed, and she goes, "You know what? All right. I'll bring it down to." And this is, you haven't shown her the seal or anything like that yet, have you? Right, Nandor?
I was about to.
No.
Okay,
no.
well, this is pre-seal. So she goes, I'll knock it down to about 60 gold, and I get a drawn.
All right.
How about 40? And you
Hold
get
on.
2 draws.
You're over there. You're not over here.
I'm over there with you guys. I just haven't moved my character. Sorry, I thought I was with you guys. Boom.
What do you say?
Oh my god.
I'll even draw your friend here.
I, in the meantime, am just gonna keep collecting the gear out of the box.
Good lord.
She kind of looks over. 50 and 2 drawings.
45 and 2 drawings, final offer.
I'll take it.
All right. So if that's the case, okay, then here we're working with the chief.
Does this add any discount onto that?
Why didn't you just start with that?
This was more fun. This was more fun.
Because we already had it to 45. Now what can we get with the 45 from this?
Look, if I want to make any sort of profit, we're going to need to at least make it like lowest I can go is 35.
What if we tell others about your exquisite items that you have here
Oh
for
my
sale?
god.
and spread the word.
What is this artist on fucking Twitter or something?
If you do that, I'll be really appreciative.
We can almost guarantee you when we come back, and everybody asks, "How'd you do it?"
Stop.
We'll
Stop.
say we used
What-
your weapons.
What was your name again? What was your name again?
Oh my god!
Ma'am, if you don't mind me asking, what was your name again?
Izzy.
Izzy. Beautiful name for a beautiful lady. Let me say, I'll also personalize the name on your drawing. We'll tell people where these items are from. We're using this discount seal, okay? Let's bring it down to let's bring it down to 25 and 2 drawings, and we're good.
Cragor, pay her.
25 and 2 drawings, we're good.
No, pay her the 35.
But why?
25. and
35.
2
She's trying to make a
drawings.
profit.
Nandor?
I'm
I'm handling this.
His fucking belt and give her the money.
Wait, what? No, you can't take his money.
That's my money.
Do you resist, Cragor?
I do. But yes, I do.
All right. Nandor athletics and Cragor athletics are okay. Well,
Wow. Resorting to his magic.
Cragor, I need you now to make me a save, wisdom save.
What kind of save?
Wisdom. You failed.
So you dodge out of the way quickly, and you're just like, no. And as soon as you do that, Nandor, you look at him and you say, command is one word.
Money.
Should have said pay
Or
something.
forfeit.
Nope.
Forfeit, actually.
You said
Forfeit.
money. You said money.
I heard money.
All right. So, Cragor, you are charmed, and you failed your save, so you must obey the command. How do you interpret the command of money?
Take my money.
So, like a Jedi mind trick, you just money, and you just drop the 35 gold in her hand, and she takes it and she's just like, yeah, okay.
And you know what? Here. Here. Sorry for the trouble. I give her extra 40.
What?
Okay. Thank you. We're gonna start. You have the dagger, right? And at this point, Cragor, unless you're providing other commands, Nandor, you are once again regained in your senses.
No, I'm good. I'll get started on your drawings. Give me just 2 seconds.
What? 2 seconds? No.
That's all I need. That's all I need, baby.
Masterpieces.
I'm not gonna help him.
Well, the deal's already made, so I'm good.
Pretty much. I'm gonna go back up to the guys and be like, so how's my axe coming along? We're on official business. Needed it pronto.
You can see that they are kind of, one of them is pouring a bucket pretty much of molten silver onto one side, while the other has another kind of flat metal piece that he's moving along the blade, giving it a nice smooth coat. And he just kind of gives you a brief nod, but continues, focused on the work.
Okay. Well, boys, where are we off to?
And did you want to buy a warhammer while you're here? Were you looking for one?
On the way back.
Where's the leather worker again?
Leatherworker would be down here.
Okay,
We're
really,
getting the Warhammer made for free by the quartermaster, Billy.
really quickly, I'm gonna ask him about a leash. If we can just kind of skip the dialogue and everything. Hey, how's it
Okay.
going? I need a leash.
Bam. He can do that.
I'm sorry. What was that, Matt?
10 gold, custom order.
You got it.
All right. And about how many feet of leash do you want?
Let's make it about an 8-foot leash.
Okay, cool. Easily enough done. He says, it'll be about half hour to an hour, which is about how long it'll take for most of the coated weapons to take. So.
And then the Trader's Grotto, I don't remember where that was, but do we have
that's where you met Jim Jar. So
I'll
say, just real quick, if you went up there to grab thieves' tools, let me give a quick.
Maybe while all this is going on, I just kind of ran up there and hey, I'll be right back.
Thieves' tools, they sell at 50 gold.
I'll take those as well.
All right. So let me pull up that for you in the item.
Finally, I am complete.
Thieves' tools. The rogue has thieves' tools.
It's about time.
He
Just
doesn't
took
have
20
to use
episodes, man.
daggers to pick locks.
20 episodes in, baby. 20 weeks in, and we're getting.
It's like more than 20 because we had to skip a few weeks too, remember?
Yeah, I think it was like 23 weeks.
Minor details. All right. So is there anything y'all would like to do or look around for as you wait, pursue?
I'm drawing these masterpieces while we're waiting.
I'm gonna look. Can I look for the enchanter?
Yeah. Go ahead. And roll me a dexterity for you, Kregor, and an investigation for you, Ramos.
I'm gonna help Ramos. So glad I paid that woman in full.
All right. Kregor, it's just beautiful. It's beautiful, man. It looks good. At least as far as you're concerned.
Yep.
You can tell that there's an eye patch on there. You try and smudge some lines to get some shading, but it mostly is smudges at that point. And you color it in with your new colors. The colors aren't even correct to her skin tone because you don't have those colors, but you just go.
Do I at least write her name on the picture right?
God.
Like a backward.
That's a no. That base is a no.
There's a backward E, the R's.
You just put IZI.
I love it.
And her friend is just a stick figure that's next to her. Like not even on the back of the page, nothing, just stick figure next to her. And you kind of do you ask Einar for another piece of paper to make this drawing too?
Me or him?
Kregor.
Oh god.
Because you don't have a second sheet of paper, or do you just put it on your first doodle page and give her that?
Yes.
Hey Matt, can I say that I have paper and a pen, and then I sketch it real quick as well? Okay.
All right,
I just
also make me a dexterity.
I just want to see. Better. It's not the greatest. It's still something.
It's very nice basic line art for you, but it's definitely a bit more visible. The one in your mind, Ramos, is just perfect, but you're out looking right now, so.
Just so you know, it comes with being, badass. You just draw shit. Because I can draw maps and, stuff, so there you go. Battle plans, baby.
So you go through and you kind of ask around for some people who are capable of enchanting, and they tell you to either head to the Speaking Stones or to the Ruby in the Rough. So which would you prefer? Mr. Ramos.
Say that one more time.
The speaking stones. Or ruby in the rough, or it's speaking stones.
And the speaking stones is where Nandor met the priest.
Okay, so yeah, let's go there. That one.
Okay. So you head over there, and you find yourself once again with Gurnik Tapfinger. It's not on this map, I don't think, so you don't have to worry about that.
I was like, I'll go right now.
But you head back over, and he's there kind of meditating and looks up at you, and it's just like, what can I do for you?
I'm gonna try it again, by the way, Matt.
Okay, go for it.
That was
Perception.
perception. It got worse. Still not.
You're distracted by a lot of thoughts right now.
With the dream, and then trying to enchant stuff, and just
The damn drawing.
And chasing Kragor.
I'm just gonna ask if there is an enchanter nearby that he knows of that we can go to.
What kind of enchantment are you seeking?
Enchantment for weapons and armor. For me, at least. My fellow traveler Nandor here may be looking for something different.
I'm just wondering if you could imbue whatever's on this, and I show him the tentacle thing to a sword.
Well, he kind of looks over the tentacle rod a little bit. And unfortunately, this is very much drow manufacture. I don't know that I would be capable enough to transfer this sort of attachment to a blade itself.
Just wondering.
I'm sorry I cannot do more. But in terms of enchanting gear, I can very much bless and enhance items with the help of my acolytes. Although doing so does run us through a few reagents in the process, so it is not a cheap thing to do, unfortunately. And it takes a bit of time.
What can you do and how long will it take?
Well, for a base level enchantment, which would be equivalent to a +1 to your weapon or armor, I can do that in about a day with help, longer if I'm working on my own. And it will cost about 600 gold.
Well, that's breaking the bank. Sorry, bud. I can't do it.
I understand. It is a hefty requirement.
Would you be willing to trade items?
Depending on the quality of the item.
Weaponry.
Is there any way you can make it lower?
Unfortunately, for many of the reagents that we get, if you could provide reagents of equal price and quality, then I would be able to knock off the price, as it would not take up some of our own. And then it would just be a matter of taking the time and natural energy to do so. But short of that, unfortunately, I do not know of a way.
I'm so tempted to be like, hey, look, I have this stone. You've never seen it before. It's not the same one that you gave me before. I'm so tempted, but I won't.
Well, Tapfinger, I cannot. But I do appreciate the knowledge.
Of course, and well, if you're still in this area and manage to find a way, we are glad to be of service here.
I'm gonna ask the quartermaster if there's any arcanists in the city.
Unfortunately, we do not have many in the ways of arcane magic. Most of our people seem to work more through nature itself and the gods. Some are superstitious towards it now.
And the ruby, oh, what's it called? Ruby in the
Ruby and
Rough.
the Rough, yes.
That's your temple area, right?
It is indeed.
Well, I'll check them out. Maybe they've got some of what I need.
They may have some, though. I know theirs are not arcane in nature, but...
That's fine. I'm gonna head that way.
Alright. So, you head up back towards the temple, and it is, a solemn, quiet area. There are the few that are there, praying and meditating. You can see an altar off to one side that has a few, looks like mementos, bright mosses and mushrooms and things like that as well. But what would you like to do?
I'm gonna go to the one that was in the more colorful clothing that you described earlier. The one that looked like he was like the head of the area.
Okay.
Beg your pardon. Sorry to interrupt you in the midst of prayers and whatnot. I was wondering if anyone in your temple may have rituals that you guys would be willing to allow me to copy over to another book.
Who are you?
Oh, my apologies. I'm Einar. I'm one of the outsiders working with Chief Diggermatic.
Oh, um, well, I'm Glyphic Shroomlight, currently in charge of all of this going on. Rituals, you say?
Yes, in particular, I'm looking for rituals on identifying magical items, any sort of rituals on perhaps cleansing areas, any sort of rituals that you might have written down somewhere that I could copy over. Also, scrolls, if you have any of those. I'd be willing to trade.
Oh, I don't really have any scrolls prepared on hand, although we can have some made with enough time. But rituals. We do have a few, I believe. Just a moment, and I'll go look. And you see him kind of walk away and head to one of the openings that are kind of in the side that lead down into a hovel, possibly of some sort. And he's kind of gone there for a moment, leaving you in the quiet, solemn area for about 5 minutes or so. Anything you do while you're there?
No, not open.
All right.
Mentally, internally, Einar's a little conflicted being in a holy space, but
Alright. So as you kind of anxiously stand there, after a moment later, he kind of comes back up, and as he's walking out, you can see he's looking through this bit of a leather-bound book that he's kind of searching through and perusing. And as he's walking up, you can see kind of next to him, floating beside him, there is a ghost of a deep gnome that is in what looks to be plate armor across his top, although his lower half kind of trails into that ghost tail. and he's got this bent, pointed helmet that he has on that leaves his face visible, and you can see there are a few scars across the ghost's face. And as they're kind of walking up and towards you, it seems like the two are actually in conversation. And as he approaches, he goes, so I did find a little book here. Seems to have a few things. I don't know if they're what you're looking for."
Oh, may I be introduced to your friend here?
Oh, yes. This is Borough Warden Yeager. He's in charge of the catacombs in the more dangerous areas. And the ghost kind of nods at you and speaks, although his voice still kind of has that bit of like hollow echo to it. "It is good to meet you, outsider."
I give him a little bow in my head. As well, it is to meet you, Borough Warden Yeager. Yeager?
Yadger.
Yadger.
And what purpose would you use these spells for?
My traveling companions and I oftentimes come across various items of magical properties and things of the sort. So one of the main spells that I was hoping to copy out would be a spell that would allow us to identify things. But yeah, I'm a collector of sorts of different magical rituals that might aid me in my journeys and adventures.
There are a few spells here. One that might be able to help you. However, I do not approve of giving our knowledge to outsiders. So, there
Well,
might.
we are currently working with the chieftain to try and alleviate some of the pressures that are going on here in Blingdenstone. Hopefully, we'll be able to take care of the tensions that are between the people here and the were rats, as well as I suppose there are some issues with other specters that may be going on, and then of course there's the oozes that as well is on our to-do list, which is getting a little long. Come to think of it.
Well, I'm glad that he is receiving help. And for that assistance, we will allow you to copy one. However, if you wish to copy more from our book, while he may govern the living, I indeed govern the dead. And I would ask your assistance in it as well, since you are so inclined to helping those in this hall.
I would be more than happy to offer whatever assistance I can personally. As to the assistance of my entire group, that of course would have to be decided by the whole of us.
Well, then I will let your group decide the fate of the other spells you may wish to copy. However, there is one gnome by the name of Vazook, who, in your time here, you may have heard of. He has lost his way and tries to protect a home that is no longer his. We would like to see him laid to rest, to give our people peace. And
That
for
would be the specter that I think we were being asked to take care of, if I'm not mistaken.
he unfortunately does reside in the new homes of our people. And there is another whose remains I would just ask you to gather so he may be put to rest. I can feel his scared form within the tunnels of Rockblight.
Which is a place that we need to go in order to help out the Were they called? What were they called? Druid people.
The stone? Was it
The
the
Stoneheart Enclave?
Yeah.
Yes, the Stonehearts. The Stoneheart Enclave, yes.
Then this will be mutually beneficial for all. Though, before you decide, we will at least let you have a look at what we have to offer. And then he makes a motion towards Shroomlight, who kind of nervously lifts up the book towards you. And looking through, you can see that it has a few, spells, but they only go up to 4th level. In 1st level, there is a ceremony spell, a detect poison and disease, identify and purify food and drink. For 2nd level, they have augury and gentle repose. For 3rd level, there's feign death, and for 4th level, there's divination.
Well,
Thanks.
I mean, these are definitely the spells, the sort of spells that I would like to have. If I could, I would like to copy Identify right away. As for the rest of them, obviously, I'll defer to your reasoning in terms of me not copying them until you are confident that I am sharing in the goals that your people have. May I go ahead and copy out Identify myself?
You may, though I will be watching.
Of course. I will go ahead and do the copy.
All right, and it takes about an hour to copy, yeah?
Yeah, I think actually it does, doesn't it?
Yeah. Which is about as much time as you need to pass for the silver ring. So, as you start to copy down your spell book, and as the rest of y'all, see a few people, get a few weapons taken care of, and prepare for this next journey into Rockflight, that's where we're going to end today's session.
We have a crap ton of side quests to do.
That's the way we like it, though,
It's
man.
fantastic.
I'm
Keeps
gonna
us-
go to a city.
Keeps us busy.
Skyrim style, man. Just hello, traveler. Oh, here we go.
Everywhere you look.
Welcome to
Quest.
civilization.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Well, guys, that's going to do it for episode 20 of Heathens and Heroes. 3 months in affiliated. Wow. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. I mean, considering we started on another channel and started this channel, and within 3 months of starting this channel, we've already been affiliated. So thank you guys so much for your support. Collectively, of course, we want to say thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. And thank you for your continued support on this journey that is Heathens and Heroes. Before we go, I do want to say, and all of us, of course, I'm sure we all agree, but make sure you guys have a wonderful holiday for Thanksgiving if you are celebrating it here in the States. And other than that, everybody else have a great weekend. We'll see you next week for another episode of Heathens and Heroes, episode 21. See you guys later.